you today. On this Wednesday, I'm thinking about abortion in America. Doesn't get more controversial than that. Around the world, there are 7 countries that allow the procedure during childbirth. That means the baby is being birthed, and for one reason or another, the state allows the child to be killed. Some call it infanticide. Those countries are Australia, Canada, China, Guinea-Bissau, Mexico, South Korea, and Vietnam. You can now add the state of Massachusetts to that list. Governor Maura Healey just signed new legislation that permits abortion anytime to, quote, protect the health of the mother, which could be anything. So what does all this mean? Does that include panic attacks, the description of health of the mother? This is a shocking development for America, and I'd love to see the Supreme Court get involved. I'd also like to see Governor Healey in handcuffs, I have to be honest. No matter how you feel about abortion, this is a barbaric procedure, killing a baby on the birthing table. Other states do have it: Alaska, New Jersey, Minnesota, Vermont. Ms. Healey has no regrets about the legislation. She better hope there is no afterlife. The Bible is clear. If you harm a child, it is over for you forever. Back in a moment. Thieves are using AI to steal from you. With forged paperwork and a signature, they can claim control of your property on record, then take out loans or sell it for quick cash. Use my promo code BILL at HomeTitleLock.com. Get a free title history report, plus a free trial of $1 million triple lock protection. That's HomeTitleLock.com, promo code BILL. That is the Morning O'Reilly Update. More analysis later on.
This hour, the Vic Porcelli Show, brought to you by Connor Roofing. You can count on Connor for all your roofing needs. Visit ConnorRoofing.com. That's CONNER Roofing.com. Vic Porcelli.
Come on, you're Italian. You understand.
Every day is a busy day all of a sudden.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Tough and smart, and I love Italian, so, he's definitely Italian.
At least I have this show to come and talk about it and let some stuff up.
What kind of a show are you guys putting on here today?
The Vic Porcelli Show.
Good morning, freedom fighters. Hi, Ken.
Hey, Vic Porcelli on this double whoosh Wednesday.
Give me a couple then.
Well, you can't always get these things ready in the morning.
I thought you were going to sing. You can't always get what you want.
Whoosh, whoosh.
All right. It is a double whoosh Wednesday. It rained a lot last night, didn't it?
Yeah, it surprised me.
Yeah, I didn't think it was in the forecast.
I didn't either. My wife's like, well, it's going to rain tonight. I go, right, again, really?
Yeah, and it did.
We haven't watered our plants, I think, all season.
Yeah, yep. I pray for that rain. And you got to time that the right way, right? Because you don't want to overwater them.
You got to time it? What time the rainfall?
Well, time the forecast that you get.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Because you have to water the plants at a certain time of the day. You can't just do it at noon when it's 100 degrees out.
Maybe Stan Clement or one of our Vic heads could answer this, because I've heard that if you water your plants before the sun comes up, when the sun does come up, right, there are microscopic little magnifier, like glass type things that are created by the water, and it burns the plant.
Can I tell you? I will never be up that early in the morning. Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
So, it's dusk. I look for dusk.
Okay, dusk.
And when dusk comes, that's when I water them. Put water in the bird feeder, not bird feeder, the bird bath. Bird bath?
Yeah.
Bird bath. And
man, the birds around there must love you.
But you don't want to. Oh, they do. Kidding me? And you can't overwater them, so you count on the forecast.
Right.
Well, it's not going to rain tonight. It's fine. We'll water it. And then...
Exactly.
Oh, God. All right, so we're doing fake news. Can we do a double dip of fake news?
Let's do that.
Is that fair?
A double fake news dip. That's good.
Speaker Tim Jones at 10:05. One of our newest features called What the...
And I want to thank Tim I'll thank him when he comes on, I guess. But he gave me a little pamphlet, and we'll talk about it. It has to do with a term, abrogation, which is very important. It's kind of like the importance of tequila. So,
I thought you were going to tell me he gave you a pamphlet on famous Jewish sports legends.
no.
Vic Porcelli at 11:05. Mark Carter at 11:10. Chat box 11:41. All right, Kenny, let's talk a little bit. I don't want to take too much time on it, but some of the elections last night, primaries.
Can we do the Pledge of Allegiance?
My God, my head is. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm ready. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
This one has music behind it anyway.
Oh, go ahead.
Kathleen.
Oh, she's good, isn't she?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kathleen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
She's great. She's like an original Vic head.
Yeah.
Right from the beginning. All right, so Florida had primaries yesterday.
Right.
Byron Donalds won his primary, and he's going to be the Republican against some crazy left-wing nutball, right?
David Jolly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have David Jolly to play?
Yes, I do.
Let's see what he's got to say.
Whether your foundations are rooted in faith or Jefferson's natural rights of man, what we know is everybody deserves the economic liberty and the personal liberty that was at the foundation of the start of the nation. We got so much wrong. We got so much wrong at the beginning. People of color were 3/5 of a person. Women did not have economic or legal rights. But that arc of history bent towards progress. That arc has bent backwards in the last 8 years. And it's one of the reasons that people are asking for change.
Well, it's interesting. He's going against a black man, and he's talking about race. Now, he's already out of the gate. It's going to be a racial issue.
Yeah.
And the thing is they need to understand, Vic, they started the whole racist stuff with the KKK. They stopped the abolitionists. They were the originators. The Republican Party was created because of slavery to get rid of it.
So that a majority of people, and majority was a bad word, so that so many people in this country don't know what you just said, that's our fault. We let that happen.
Well, we're not going to let it happen on this show.
We let them believe that the Republicans are the KKK.
Right.
And the Republicans are the ones that wanted slavery. And that's unfortunate because it's just not true. It's fake news is what it is.
It's absolutely fake news. So the next time a Democrat comes up to you and says, Jim Crow, that's what that is, Jim Crow. Well, you guys created the Jim Crow laws. Do you know that?
Right.
No,
right.
we did not. Oh, yes, you did. Look it up.
So
all you
stupid.
got to do is say, look it up.
Why don't people – here's one situation, Ken, where you have everyone's attention on both sides, and that's a debate, right?
Yeah.
Between the Republican and the Democrat, Byron Donalds against David Jolly. This is Byron Donalds' chance with everybody watching, both sides of the political spectrum,
Right.
to say, it's you guys that did all this. It's you guys KKK. It's you guys slavery.
Everything.
It's you guys Jim Crow. And let the other side watch and go, oh, my God, I didn't know that. Well, it's because you've been lied to for 100 years.
Yeah, and if they truly don't know, which many will not know, they'll even deny it. They'll say, there's no way. All you got to do is say, look it up.
Uh-huh.
And at least to this point, there are still sources that do confirm that. They haven't changed all that yet.
Byron Donalds needs to say just what you said. Look it up.
Yeah.
Here are the facts. If you don't believe me, if you're watching from the other side and you're one of his fans, look it up.
You know what's going to be interesting about that particular race with Jolly and Byron Donalds? Byron Donalds has been through the I guess the attempt to make him sound like a white conservative. In other words, they even have called him almost like a white supremacist representative of the white supremacy.
Uncle Tom.
Or something. Well, that, yeah, but I'm saying more so. They did it even more. Like Terrence
Williams.
Yeah. He went through the same thing.
Yeah.
If you're black and you're conservative, well, you're not really black.
Well, Ken, how many times have we had black conservatives on this show from like Project 21?
Oh, yeah.
And I've asked them, so when you meet liberal people, do they just assume that you're a liberal because you're black? And they said every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
So it's either going to put Jolly in a really weird place, which it should. I think Byron Donalds should. If he brings any of that crap up, then Byron Donalds needs to do what you just said, is remind everybody where it all started. which is the Democrat Party.
Especially when you have the other half of the country watching.
Yes,
or at
exactly
least the
right.
state, if it's that. Presidential elections need to do the same thing. You know, how history should have been, and then leading up to where we are now in the present, should have people saying, "Oh, those blacks, they're all conservatives." That's how it should be.
It should be, yeah, exactly right. But they've allowed. Well, actually, I have to say that the black population has to take some responsibility for this, for allowing that to happen.
Yep.
Because the Democrats were just expert in changing history.
That's it, Ken. Messaging.
The messaging. Well, and the media is on their side anyway, Vic. Yeah. And I say we all, whether you're black or white, it doesn't matter. You need to take some sort of responsibility for the information you're receiving. Yeah. You really do. And like, for example, they've got these people coming out now. You're seeing the Democrat Socialist Party. That it is no longer the Democrat Party. It's all about messaging. They keep saying, "Oh, we're a big tent, but we don't subscribe to all this." The beliefs of the socialists, the beliefs of the communists, the Islamists, the fascists. We don't believe that, but they're in our tent, though. Well, no, you can't have both. Mm-hmm. You can't have them as a body and then say, well, we just don't believe them, though.
All right. Let's hear from another crazy I'm sorry. I wanted to say one more thing about what Jolly said. Progress. But the progressives of today are anti-progress. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
They're trying to say, that, our name is progressive, so we're going to be progressive. We're going to progress. You're not progressing. You're keeping people back. You're keeping people behind. You're keeping people in the dark.
What a great point, because that is absolutely true. What the progressives of today want to do is just deconstruct, tear down America, and start it from their version.
Yeah.
So they're not really progressing; they're deconstructing.
Exactly right.
So we should call them, instead of progressives, deconstructionists.
Deconstructioners, yeah. All right. Let's do this real quick, and I want to tell a quick story when we get back. Angie Nixon, far left, crazy liberal,
avowed Democrat socialist, Vic.
Socialist, with Jen Psaki, who is just crazy, and still has a show on MS Now. I can't believe that, but talking about actually, what she's trying to do is to hide behind her abolish the police, prisons, and borders agenda.
Yeah.
Who are a member of the Democratic Socialists. There are a lot of candidates who have won in primaries who are members of the Democratic Socialists as well. You are also running, though, in a state, Florida has, as you well know, and a lot of people watching know, a large population of people who fled countries like Cuba and Venezuela who may have a very unfavorable view of the term socialist, and they may not know you yet. So what is your message to them, and how are you going to appeal to them? Because you need to win them over, too.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm going to continue to work hard and go and knock on every door and have conversations with people, even if they may not agree with me ideologically. I want to be clear. I just recently joined the Democratic Socialists of America, but I'm also a union organizer. I'm a mother. I am a wife. I am a community organizer, a small business owner. And I'm going to have conversations with people about what it is that they care about.
Vic, you've brought this up many times.
What
about the conservative Cubans that are here now?
And Venezuelans
that don't accept socialism and communism. What about them?
Yep.
And Jen Psaki tried to get her to answer, Vic, and here's what she said.
So work hard and go and knock on every...
And she said, here, let me go this one point.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm going to continue to...
So what she didn't even answer the question, is my point.
Yeah.
She said, well, I'm going to work really hard. Well, no, the Democrat Party is socialist now.
We have to hear that again, Ken, because there was something she said where you and I looked at each other.
Oh, yeah.
Play it again.
You want the whole thing?
There was and then when she says it, we can stop.
Oh, okay.
Because I got the second one, but I didn't get the first one.
Right. But not Jen Psaki, though, right?
No, this crazy person.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm going to continue to work hard and go and knock on every door and have conversations with people, even if they may not agree with me ideologically. I want to be clear.
Oh, I want to be clear.
Yeah.
Right? She's using all the phrases, all the KJP, all the Biden phrases. I want to be clear, which she wasn't, and they never are. And she is a community organizer. Who else did you hear that about?
My ears perked up when I heard her say that for the first time, Barack Hussein Obama.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
The community, and I'm a community organizer. Well, maybe you shouldn't be yelling that so loudly.
Why don't you go find Bill Ayers and see if you can blow up a basement somewhere?
The president has been very clear. He's been crystal clear on this.
Boy, if
she
that's
used that phrase all the time.
if that's not an alarm bell in your head when you hear them say, "I want to be clear," you're not going to get a clear answer.
No, and this person who's Angie Nixon, Angie Nixon, she's a Democrat socialist. Let's understand that. She's in a red state running for office, and she's a Democrat socialist. Democrat socialists, it's hard for me to say. Democrat socialists are very much a part of the Democrat Party now. We need to understand that because every single turn you're going to hear in the midterms and in 2028, the Democrats say, well, no, we're the Democrat Party. Okay, you're the Democrat Socialist Party.
Mm-hmm. You're the enemy.
Everything that you say leads to the socialist end, but you're still calling yourself Democrats.
And Alexander Vindman lost his primary race.
Yeah, that was pretty funny, actually.
That was great.
He was one of the main architects of impeaching President Trump.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's a picture of him on Red State with his hand in the air. You know, his getting sworn in hand. Anyway, that's done. Quick story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had a doctor's appointment yesterday. And you know when you got to wait and wait and wait for the nurse to come out and get you. We're sitting there. It was a big room. Because it was a lot of different doctors. And there was a guy across the mouth. Keep in mind, my wife tells me I have a big mouth and I'm very loud and boisterous and my voice booms.
I can't imagine that.
I don't know what she's talking about.
I don't get it. You're a wallflower.
There was a guy in the corner. I guess we were waiting at least a half an hour. And he didn't stop talking for the entire 30 minutes. Back in 41, when we had to mow the fields and the cotton fields and the corn crops, we had to do, you know. And the guy next to him was like, somebody kill me. Somebody shoot me. Because he was yelling right in that guy's ear. And I said to my wife, I said, why is he talking so loud? She said, well, he may be hard of hearing. So he's talking about it. Like when you say, okay, we're going to do Connor next. Because you got your headphones on so loud. But I couldn't stop laughing at this guy. And then he stopped for a minute. And I said, he stopped. And then in 42, when I got drafted into the Army, and I was like, oh, my God, this guy will not stop. God bless him, though. He was a veteran, I believe.
There we go.
I believe I got that out of his
and he took up all the air in the room, so you didn't have any to...
That's right. I couldn't breathe.
To talk.
All right. Fake news is next.
Follow us on Rumble at NewstalkSTL. The Vic Porcelli Show.
I want to be clear.
On NewstalkSTL. St. Louis's new choice for conservative talk. Live and local.
I need to know what's going on in my city.
NewstalkSTL.
Mark your calendar for the annual Leadership for America Dinner 2026, Friday, September 25th at the St. Charles Convention Center Grand Ballroom. Join News Talk STL for an unforgettable evening featuring keynote speaker Nick Shirley, the independent journalist who exposed the alleged fraud in Minneapolis, plus additional speakers and guests. Dinner's included, so come hungry for great food and bold ideas. For tickets and more information, visit newstalkstl.com.
I want to share something with you. Cooking a pizza using coal creates an amazing pizza. Only one place to get it, Napoli Brothers Pizza and Pasta in Chesterfield. Of course, they offer a wide variety of pasta, but you just visit the website napolistl.com, dine in or take out, and get ready for patio season. Napoli Brothers Pizza and Pasta in Chesterfield Valley. Try it. You can thank me later.
Hey, Jamie Ullman here for Window World. Did you know that Window World offers a lifetime warranty that covers all parts, glass breakage, and labor? They are one of the only 2 replacement windows with the Good Housekeeping seal of approval. Window World St. Louis has been owned and operated by a group of born and raised St. Louis residents for more than 23 years, and now Window World is offering 36 months same as cash financing with approved credit. Call them today, 800-GET-WINDOWS for a free in-home, no-pressure estimate. That's Window World at 800-GET-WINDOWS.
In Missouri, your home works hard to keep up with the weather. Johnson Heating and Cooling works harder. We're a local family-owned company specializing in residential heating and cooling, service, repair, replacement, maintenance, even new construction. Our NATE certified technicians and trained comfort specialists keep families comfortable across Wentzville, O'Fallon, St. Charles, and beyond. Call 636-332-4141 or johnson-heatingandcooling.com.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019.
Hey, it's good to see you. It's Barrett Grasser here. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show on NewstalkSTL.
He sounds like he's a little too busy to do that. What was he doing? Getting ready to leave? Have his coat and tie
he
on?
was focused.
Ready
he was
to go?
laser focused.
Sounded like he wanted to get the hell out of here and not talk
at
about
all.
me. So ZZ Top, Give Me All Your Lovin'. Frank Beard, the only one without one.
Right.
Died yesterday at 77 years old. So a couple things just very quickly before we do the fake news. That only leaves Billy Gibbons now.
Yeah.
On his own. And they have continued to tour after Dusty Hill died and got another guy with a beard to play the bass and sing. And they canceled 2 shows, but they said that's it. Then we'll be back on the road again. So they're going to get somebody to drum too. And in my estimation, just go out as Billy Gibbons, man. Billy Gibbons and a night of ZZ Top music.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Frank Beard was the drummer for ZZ Top. You ready for this? For 57 years.
Amazing.
57 years. And they only had the 3 guys. They never changed. Nobody quit. Nobody left the band. Nobody overdosed and died. Nobody drowned in a swimming pool.
Yeah.
And they just, it's hard to imagine sometimes when you're watching them. There's only 3 guys up there.
Oh yeah, I saw them in concert.
Where's all that music coming from? You know?
Yeah.
So tomorrow we're going to do ZZ Top in the deli, if that's okay with you.
That'd be awesome.
All right. What are we fighting?
We are fighting the fake news. It's fake. Fake news. Phony. Fake. Fake
news. Fake.
Are they ever going to learn their lesson, Ken?
No.
Really?
No. I hope not.
Tell me something. You've been in radio your whole life.
Yeah, pretty
right?
much.
Ratings are everything, aren't they?
They really are.
And the fake news, not just the fake cable news like MS Now and CNN, but ABC, CBS, NBC, they're getting demolished by Fox News every night, every single night.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Democrats. I hope they don't ever learn because we're going to beat their ass. But no, the media. Yeah, I wish they would. I wish they would at least get some clarity and figure out where their money is coming from or where it's not getting to or whatever.
And this is almost a public service for them. Public service message.
It
right?
is.
You want to survive? You want to get ratings? Why don't you stop being the fake news?
Exactly right.
Are they that hard-headed that fine? I'll just get fired. I don't care. You know?
I guess. Because think about that. MS Now and CNN, they keep flipping new players all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they keep going through them, and yet they don't get the ratings. I think they still have tens of people that listen.
Dozens.
And watch. Tens, I tell you. But they don't ever change, so it's going to continue that way, I guess.
What you said makes no sense, though.
I know.
They're going to continue losing and the same format. How many times, with you and me being in radio, when the ratings were great or fine, and they bring in a consultant to change everything, right?
You were number 1 in the market when they changed the river.
It was supposed to, right. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I was. And, but they, no, we got to change this, change that. And I'd be like, what? Because again, keep in mind, I can't say this because our boss, Jeff, is a coach. He coaches us.
Yes.
Coaches other people around the country, not a consultant. So when the consultant comes in, And he listens to the station for a few days. And then he comes back and he says, yeah, your station sounds great. What do you say? Okay, good. We don't need you.
Right.
We don't need to pay you to tell us that what we're doing is right.
No, exactly right. But that validates their existence. They have to validate it, or else they don't make the coin.
They have to find something wrong.
They do.
To justify their salary.
But you have to understand, all right, since we're going down this rabbit hole,
go down the hole.
A little squirrel
Bugs
here.
Bunny's down there somewhere.
I was at the river when you were fired as well. I've been with you for 14 years at that radio station, and I was the one who had to stick around. I was the only person left there to do production, to do any of the other things with the new piece of crap music platform that they had. So, I mean, I understand. The worst thing was that getting fired, for sure. But I had still to put up with that music.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
That was the worst day.
Those consultants sucked.
Yeah. I've never been fired from any job, for anything, in my whole life, radio or not. And then all of a sudden, when you think you're doing great, you walk in, you say, nah, get the hell out of here. Yeah. The security guard will walk you out. All right, I'm sorry, Ken. Let's get to where we're at here. This is, let's start with the CNN reporter.
Yeah.
Some kid, 16-year-old lifeguard, saved another kid from drowning in the ocean. I believe it was in California.
Ryder Williams, I think his name was?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Good job. And he acted so bravely to get this kid. Have you seen that video?
Oh, yeah.
He's got the kid, imagine the kid is laying on top of him, but he's not because they're standing up. And Ryder had him under the arms, pulling him in, and then another gigantic wave would hit him. You know, it wasn't easy. And he got the kid out of the water, and he saved the kid's life. So President Trump loves that kind of bravery and heroism.
Yeah.
Invites him to the White House.
Right.
So this poor kid is sitting there, and then this CNN reporter starts yelling questions at President Trump, and he didn't like it.
Learned right about his incredible reliance on her at all hours of the day to post social media posts, just as one example.
Yeah. This is the other one.
Oh, well, let's do it. Here we go.
Mr. President, just scale back on those.
Quiet. You're very disrespectful in front of this young man. Okay? Don't you find her disrespectful? He understands. Quiet. Who are you with?
I'm with CNN.
Fake news.
I just wanted to follow up on the South Korea question.
You're a loud, boisterous person. You're fake news.
I was trying to find out if you had been talking to Kim Jong-un, if he had asked you to scale back on those military exercises.
Mr. President, is there...
Ken?
He has to... In any other scenario, I would say that's a little bit too much there, Mr. President. But this man has gone through so much hell with the media and has had to fight them so hard for the last 10 years. He has every right to be throwing these people out like that.
And you want to know the truth? He's helping them.
He is.
Because you can't be a good talker if you're not a good listener.
She has absolutely no respect for him, no respect for the office, and she was just going to blow right through him while he's talking to try and get some kind of gotcha a moment.
And what is she not doing?
Listening.
She's not listening. If you want to be a good talker, you got to be a good listener.
Yeah.
There's just no other ways about it. All right, now this other one is just absolutely nuts. CNN, that lady on at night, God, I can't stand her. I can't even think of her name. She had the brother of Natalie Harp, who works in the White House, one of President Trump's most trusted aides in the White House. And then, so because of that, because she's such a good aide to President Trump, what does the left say in the media? Oh, they're having an affair. They're definitely having an affair.
And you know why they're saying it, Vic? Because that's what they would do.
Right. That's what they did. That's what Bill Clinton was
Go down a list. There's
right.
a huge, long list.
So what do? They get Natalie Harp's pothead, dope-fueled brother on. And as soon as this interview starts, the girl knows it's Burnett, I think her name is. Erin Burnett is the person from CNN. She realizes right away what a mistake it was to get this kid on. Go ahead.
Learned right about his incredible reliance on her at all hours of the day to post social media posts, just as one example.
Yeah. I think that Trump's best friends are people who are his fan club, you know? Like, and so she's his biggest fan. And so that's probably why he likes her. And like, she's good looking. She's got a good personality. Like, I don't know.
I want to ask you, Preston,
I mean,
something that just...
she thinks that he saved her life. So, like, somebody living with that kind of gratitude, that must feel pretty good.
Is he projecting? It sounds to me like he's living that idea with, man, she's really pretty. You know, I mean,
this is her brother, by the way.
I know, but it sounds very creepy.
Exactly. It's creepy as heck.
She's really pretty.
And I'd like to do her, and then she's my sister. But the funny thing about this is they'll get anybody on to say something bad about Trump, even if it's a dope head. The guy's got long hair, nothing against long hair. And he's got a baseball cap, nothing against baseball caps. But that's what he was wearing. And if you watch him, he's like, you heard him laugh at the end there because the pot's kicking in, I guess.
Maybe.
You know? And he didn't give any answer to anything except that she's good looking, which was very creepy. And then he stops for a minute, and then she starts talking.
Right.
And he's not done, so he just starts talking over her. And it was such a waste of time. So this is your credible witness that Natalie Harp and President Trump are having an affair, really?
Yeah, they're actually trying to. John Ossoff is his Jack
Ossoff.
Yeah, he was trying to do the same thing with her about her.
Oh,
and President Trump recently. I think that may be a thing that they're going to try and throw out there next. I don't think it'll work at all. But
did you hear what President Trump called Ossoff?
What?
Pee Wee Herman.
That's so perfect for him.
There's AI videos of Ossoff riding Pee Wee's bike
in
Pee Wee's great events.
I can imagine the memes coming out with him, especially as he's running.
I'm a senator. All right, that's all.
We are fighting the fake news. It's fake.
Fake news.
Phony. Fake.
Fake news.
Fake.
Yeah, play those drums, Frank Beard. We're going to miss you, baby. And it's funny that Frank Beard, it's funny that his name is Beard and the other two guys have beards.
Yeah.
He does it. I just think that's great. All right. Stick around. Lots going on.
Watch us on our live stream using Rumble, Facebook, and Twitter. The Vic Porcelli Show.
Be cool, honey bunny. Be cool.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL. Tim Jones and Chris Arps in the afternoon.
Producer Joey V here. There were more primaries across the country yesterday, so it's a perfect time to talk to Ali Triolo, the election integrity expert for the RNC at 5:20.
Tim Jones and Chris Arps. Weekdays at 4 on News Talk STL.
Rhino Shield is engineered to outlast paint by a lot, backed with our 25-year transferable warranty. Paint a house, shield a home. We do brick, block, stucco, asbestos, steel, aluminum, cedar, and more. We are the only coating company selected by Disney, This Old House, and 3 times on HGTV's Curb Appeal, where all 3 episodes concentrate on unpainted brick. If you maintain or own a business with a tired-looking building, you owe it to yourself to look at Rhino Shield and our beautifully durable color schemes. Evaluations are free. We're making buildings pop and be noticed again, from Champaign to the Lake of the Ozarks, exceeding expectations every day with our products, people, and performance. Now is the time to call 877-25-RHINO, 877-25-RHINO, or go to 877-25rhino.com and see how honest and transparent we really are. Tell them, ladies.
Don't paint, don't Rhino, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Oh, Hank, what a wonderful spider web you have built for us. I love this fabulous space we have right here in the corner of the kitchen.
Thanks, Charlotte. I think I'll build us a vacation web in the coat closet.
Oh no, it's the pest control company again with those green wheels. They always kill the mood.
This is Derek, the owner of All Solutions Pest Control. Give us a call today at 636-486-7888. We'd love to help you out. Learn more about our special $67 offer. You can visit us online at allsolutionspestcontrol.com.
If a pest-free home is your goal, call All Solutions Pest Control.
If you have a phone, you have a radio.
Download the all-new Newstalk STL app.
Love the all-new Newstalk STL app.
On my way to work in the morning.
Usually I'm in the car.
I listen on the app in my car every morning going to work.
Download the Newstalk STL app and listen anytime, anywhere.
This hour, the Vic Porcelli Show, brought to you by Connor Roofing. You can count on Connor for all your roofing needs. Visit ConnorRoofing.com. That's CONNER Roofing.com. Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. The Vic Porcelli Show.
You've used a phrase, I want to make sure I understand what you mean by it. You've referred to people with a capacity for pregnancy. Would that be women?
Correct! Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
Did I hear Josh Hawley on with Tim and Chris recently?
I think so.
I was in a promo this morning on my way in.
I know.
The hell? I mean, that's great.
No, yeah, we need to get him on here, though.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought Josh Hawley only did Fox News.
Another guy that owes us a visit. There's so many people who owe this show a visit, Ken. And President Trump's on the top of my list.
That's right. He could cookies and everything.
Right, he could have got them. He could have ate them. He could have ate the cookies, for all we know.
He might have.
Cookies are great. Nope, no one duck them, but he ate the cookies. All right. First of all, let me say that Mazie Hirono, senator from Hawaii. Right?
Mm-hmm.
She's crazy, literally crazy. Anytime there's a committee hearing, she has to read a pre-read thing that she's read 1,000 times. The first question she asks the first time, every time, have you ever been, like, sexually assaulted by President Trump? Something stupid like that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So, Ken, oh my God, this is exactly what we were talking about at the beginning of the show. She's the party. Her party started the KKK and Jim Crow laws, and Ted Cruz had to remind her of that yesterday.
Just a moment ago, our colleague Senator Hirono said there's a lot more to say, and indeed she's right. And in fact, I want to go back to her comments. She began by saying we have a long history of racial discrimination in this country. That's undoubtedly correct. And then she said, quote, we had poll taxes, we had literacy tests, we even had tests of how many jelly beans are in a jar. Mr. Chamberlain, when Senator Hirono says we had poll taxes, I want to ask you who we is, and in particular, what party was it that implemented poll taxes in the South?
I mean, I don't want to necessarily speak in every single case, but I'm pretty confident it was mostly the Democrats.
And what party was it that put literacy tests in place in the South?
Same answer, mostly the Democrats.
And what party was it that had tests like how many jelly beans are in a bottle?
The Democrats.
Tell me, what party were the founders of the Ku Klux Klan from?
I'm pretty sure that was the Democrats.
Indeed. In fact, Nathan Bedford Forrest, the founder of the Klan, was a delegate to the 1860 Democrat National Convention. What party wrote the Jim Crow laws in the South?
The Democrats.
What is this hearing all about? Because that clearly is not the subject of that hearing.
Not quite sure what she was going into there, but he wanted to clarify. It might have had something to do with racism, of course, and the Republican Party.
Of course.
And he wanted to remind her and everybody in the room. He was actually speaking to everyone in the room, that this is where it all came from.
So listen, this is just something I want to say as you listener to this program. We appreciate that. When the Democrats when the Democrats bring up Jim Crow and the KKK and slavery and discrimination in this country, don't disagree with them. Agree with them 100%.
Yes.
And then when they're done, say, yeah, you're right about all that, and that was all you.
And they say, how dare you say something like that to me? I'm a Democrat, all right?
I'm black. Better yet, I'm a black Democrat.
Right. Well, let me give you a little lesson here on what the Democrat Party has done. And you know what? Ted Cruz was also being kind there a little bit because Robert Byrd was an actual sitting senator, and Hillary Clinton called him her mentor. And he was a grand poobah of the KKK at one point.
Didn't Joe Biden speak at his funeral too?
Yeah, I've got a photo that's been going around the internet since there has been an internet of Joe Biden sitting next to Robert Byrd.
Right. I have a question about it though, Ken. And was he really named a poobah? Was that really the title?
I don't know if that was the exact term.
Because I thought the Grand Poobah was in the Flintstones and the Border
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
That's where I got it from, actually.
That's where I got it from. That is awesome.
It's like the Grand Dragon of the the Knights of whoever knows, but I don't care because this, they're white supremacists.
I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Buffalo Lodge.
It was. I'm pretty sure it was, Vic.
Had a Grand Poobah on the Flintstones. You know, the Flintstones were just a remake of the Honeymooners, right?
Yeah.
It was the same situation.
Oh, no, I didn't. You mean they got it from that?
Yeah. They modeled the Flintstones after the Honeymooners.
I could see that.
Right?
Yeah.
Fat guy.
Right.
Smart-ass wife.
Right.
Stupid neighbor.
Exactly.
That's the Honeymooners. So I'm sorry. You were going to get something much more important
Well,
than
no,
that.
we have to continue this.
Oh, God. Does Maisie Hirono's voice?
No, this is just the second part of what we were listening to.
So she doesn't interrupt?
No, actually.
Said that she doesn't want to be lectured?
She tries to, but he's talking so smoothly that she can't even interject. Because I'll tell you, when you try to interject, you know nothing, you can't interject.
Exactly right. Go ahead.
On this side of the aisle were members of the Republican Party. Who was the first Republican president?
Abraham Lincoln.
The Republican Party was literally founded to oppose slavery. We came into existence because slavery was a grotesque evil, and it was President Lincoln, the first Republican president, who signed the Emancipation Proclamation, who won the Civil War, and that resulted in the freeing of the slaves and the passage of the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments. By the way, fast forward to the Civil Rights era. Bull Connor, one of the most noxiously racist politicians. What party was he from?
He was a Democrat.
The Democrats, for the entire history of their party, have been a party based on racial discrimination. They affirmatively embrace it. They support it.
And that's why I wanted to play these clips today, Vic, because I knew we were going to talk about racism. And I'm so sick and tired, and I'm sure people listening right now are as well, about being blamed for something when you're blindsided. And what I mean by that is I've been going through life not thinking about race until someone hit me in the side of the head with it and said, no, you're the racist, and here's why.
Yeah.
And it's not true. It's just not true. So let's understand that when someone approaches you again and calls you a racist, which means nothing, by the way, anymore, unfortunately, because that's such an important word, just to remind them of where this all came from. The genesis of this racism in this country came from the Democrat Party.
Now, with that being said, everything you just said, do you see now my worry about kids going to school 50 years from now and getting their history book? And what's the history book going to say? Those terrible Republicans, they started the KKK. They had slaves. They had Jim Crow laws. They wouldn't let black people drink out of the water fountain. That's my worry.
No, and I understand your concern about that. I really do. When you first said that, I thought, well, no, history, come on. History can't change. Well, guess what? Democrats have done a really good job of attempting to change history. I mean, think about that for a second. They want reparations. Well, what about the 300,000, 350,000 Union soldiers who died trying to end slavery? I mean, they were primarily, not all, but they were primarily white soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
Many were black, though, and they fought
soldiers.
side by side.
Yeah.
Okay? So when you say reparations, well, there are a lot of reparations that could be done on both sides here.
That's another thing that they did, Ken, that they didn't think out very well, the whole reparations thing. They just said, oh, wait, I'm black. Slaves were black. Oh, my God, Ken, I saw a thing that you would have loved. It's a series on Twitter of the socialist Gen Zer, I guess. And he's got long hair, and he rides this bicycle, and the bicycle's a time machine, right? And he says, I'm going to stop slavery. And he goes back to the beginning of slavery. And there's all white people in chains and shackles. and then all the people who are holding them are all the Islams.
So it's true. I was actually going to add to that, but you did it.
That's the cartoon. I didn't even do it. I didn't even add anything.
30 million slaves. The Muslim population in the Middle East are the biggest group that has had slaves in history of the world.
So what was the image in your mind when I started saying that? He's going to go back and stop slavery.
Right, Civil War.
Right.
Go back before the Civil War.
Right. But it was white people being enslaved by Muslims.
To this day, by the way. To this day. If you go to different African countries, they're there. It's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're being traded and everything.
I should have bookmarked that video, that cartoon, but I didn't. So I don't know. Sorry, I didn't. And he's got a lot of things like that. The slavery, and it might have been a Stop Hitler thing too.
So when he went back, was he confused? Did he have the confused look on the face?
Not only that, but he was put in jail with the big hammer on the rocks.
Okay,
which is so funny. Cartoons and comedies and things. When people go to jail, their job in jail is to take a sledgehammer and hit rocks.
Hit rocks.
Why?
It's the hardest thing that you can probably do.
What good is it?
Nothing.
If you're going to have them be construction workers, build a house. Build
right.
Build a better jail. All right. Can we continue on this conversation here with number 3, Kenny?
Yeah.
Because this is just an American citizen. You know, when a guy has a microphone, as Ken says, he talks to street people.
Right, street people.
That was so funny, Ken. You meant people on the street.
Yes.
Which all you did was, but it's funny, you just turn 2 words around. It's a completely different thing, isn't it?
It really is.
A man on the street is just a guy talking. The street goes, "Hey, buddy, you got a dime? I need a sandwich." And this is just an American citizen who gets it. Because there are people, when you watch these men on the street things, there are people who get it. And this is one of them.
The Democratic Party passed a law celebrating the day that the Republicans freed black people from the Democratic Party. Boy, you can't make this up. And then black people benefited and gave the Democratic Party credit for freeing them. The Democratic Party was a party of slavery from 1800 to 1860. The Confederacy from 1860 to 1865. Jim Crow from 1865 to 1965. They've always been the party of oppression. And every ghetto and every failing school right now is controlled by whom? The Democratic Party. They're making fools out of y'all. And at the end of the day, what these atheists and these liberals are doing is using Juneteenth as a slap in the face to America, to remind America of slavery. That's all it's doing. To remind you, or to make you believe that somehow or another you were oppressed without your permission.
I'm going to guess, Ken, that is a black man.
Yeah.
Who gets it? There are plenty. I just want to also say, how do we get to the bottom of this and make people, black people, understand that it wasn't the Republicans in any way who gave them any hell that they had to go through back in Jim Crow and all those days. Her name was Kimberly
Klacik?
Yes! Well, you're good. Kimberly Kasich.
Klacik. No, Klacik.
What am I saying?
Kasich.
Okay. Ready? I'm going to try it one more time. Kimberly Klacik was on with us. She was a candidate for U.S. representative in Maryland,
mm-hmm.
and she was knocking doors in this video that they show. And one of the ladies who answered the door, black woman, and Kimberly's trying to get her to understand that she should vote for Republicans. And the response that Kimberly got from this black woman was, "You're the first Republican I've ever spoken to." That's our fault.
Yeah, it really is. And an interview that we had, I don't know, maybe months ago, Vic, the one thing that stuck out to me, and I don't even remember the person's name anymore, but they did say one thing to me that made a lot of sense. I said, "How do we combat this?" And they said, "Keep talking about it. That's all you can do is just keep talking about it. Play the clips that they say. Play the things that they're saying to prove your point. And eventually somebody's going to hear it and go, wait a minute." And that's happened to people on this show.
Yeah.
Where we've had them on the air to where we would say something and they go, "No." And then we'd play it and they'd be like, "Oh, I never heard that."
They went from no to oh. All right. All in man. Mike is on the phone.
Hey, Mike.
Hi, Mike. How are you, baby?
Good morning. This is not on that subject, but it's something just as important. I just watched that movie about the poker,
Rounders?
Rounders, thank you. God, am I bad? Oh, terrible. Anyway, when Worm got out of jail and they went to the Taj in New Jersey to play poker and sat down, there was a guy at the table that looks just like you when you were probably in your 30s. Did you ever notice that?
Well, no. Which guy was it?
He had white hair like what you have now, but he was sitting at the table opposite of where Matt was sitting at the table before Worm sat down, and they showed this guy, and he looked like you, and I thought, now there's Vic when he was 30. He was sitting at the table, and he was in the movie.
Huh.
Watch the movie Rounders, and then look at that part of the movie where when Worm gets out of jail and they go to the Taj to play poker, he's sitting there, and when you look at him, you'll go, yeah, that does look like me when I was 30.
No, I have to check that out.
Must have been a handsome guy is all I can say.
Oh, yeah, good-looking guy, I'm telling you. And poker player, though. Met lots of tells.
All right, I'm watching the wait, is it the scene when Matt and is playing, or is it the scene when they have a montage of how you beat people, how you hold a cigarette, how you remember?
No.
Okay, stop yelling at me.
It's what it is he's explaining the tells of the people who sit down, but the guy sitting there, and he's opposite of where Matt is sitting, and this is after Worm come back from his visit with the lady, whatever.
Visit with the lady. I see him. Yeah, I see him. He's in the first scene. He's in the very first scene too, isn't he?
Yes, first scene, and he looks like you, and I go, that's got to be Vic. Did Vic get into that movie?
Craziest thing like that. I'm better looking than that guy, but otherwise, I got you. And that's a great scene. Now here's a problem with Rounders with me. I watch everything with subtitles. I know you hate that, so I don't want to hear it from you because I know you hate it. I like watching everything with subtitles, and I watched this with subtitles. And Kanish, who was played by John Turturro, unbelievable.
Oh, I
actor,
love him.
right?
Yeah.
He's Matt's back at the table. Mike McDermott's back at the table, and Kanish says, "Well, I was going to win some real money tonight, but since Mike's Ali-like return to the ring, right, meaning Muhammad Ali, they have nothing. No Ali, there's the Ali return. It's got nothing to do with it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Bad captioning is all I'm going to say.
Good morning, St. Louis.
Well, Mike, always great to hear from you, my friend. Thank you so much.
You guys have the best show in town. I listen to you all the time, and God, please be well and be fruitful. Okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't miss that last thing you said. What did you say about the show?
Be well and be fruitful.
No, about the show.
Be higher that you can't even look over them.
You said something I didn't hear you though about the show. What did you say about the show?
Oh God! All right.
Come on, help me out here, Mike.
That was 5 seconds ago.
Ken. You guys got the best show in town.
That's what I thought you said. All right,
Hey, Mike, you get a double whoosh, buddy.
Woosh.
Woosh.
That's right. It's Double Woosh Wednesday. Always good to hear from you.
See you, Mike.
I'm better looking than that guy.
Oh, yeah, Vic?
What's that supposed to mean?
I have no idea because I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know. Jury's out on that.
It's the poker movie.
Oh, is it? Okay.
You want to go today or what?
I don't play poker.
I don't play. I don't know. Tim Jones is next.
Yeah.
I guess.
Woosh. Woosh.
Hey, Columbo here for Rockwood Charcoal. Rockwood is made from 100% pure Missouri oak and hickory, so you're cooking with the best and supporting local industry and a local business all at once. There's over 100 area Rockwood retailers. Find yours at rockwoodcharcoal.com.
Susie Moore here for the team at Mattress Dogs. They're proud to be family-owned and operated. Thanks to customers just like you, they've grown from 1 store to 5 across the St. Louis area, each filled with the latest sleep technology and America's most trusted mattress brands. Right now, during the Labor Day sale, save thousands on Tempur-Pedic, Beautyrest Black, Sealy Posturepedic, King Coil, and more. Plus, save up to 70% off retail on select clearance mattresses while they last.
Visit any of the 5 Mattress Dogs locations or shop online today at mattressdogs.com. MattressDoggzzz.com.
Dozens of out-of-state law firms are crashing into St. Louis trying to get your business. My advice, rely on a hometown firm. Under Law has been here for years. There are lawyers raising their families right alongside yours. And when you're injured by someone's careless actions, you are entitled to full compensation. You want lawyers who will not bend to big insurance, but will stand defiantly protecting you. Under Law, O-N-D-E-R, underlaw.com. Under wins.
The Mosquito SWAT team is growing. We're looking for licensed 7A pest control technicians to join our Baldwin-based team. Learn more about this career opportunity at themosquitoswatteam.com. That's themosquitoswatteam.com.
KLGY HD3 Clayton, K270BW Bellefonte, KNBS Bowling Green. This is News Talk STL at 1019, 94.1, and always streaming at newstalkstl.com.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. Another Trump-backed candidate wins his primary.
In Florida, Republican Byron Donalds, who's endorsed by President Trump, winning the primary for governor with almost 48% of the vote. Donalds speaking to his supporters in Orlando.
Tonight, we put aside our differences. Tonight, we are one united Republican Party.
The 3-term congressman will now face Democrat David Jolly, a former Republican, in November. Laura Winters reporting.
Also in Florida, President Trump is applauding the defeat in a primary of Democrat Alexander Vindman. He was a star witness against the president in the impeachment proceedings. Vindman took a drubbing at the hands of challenger Democratic Socialist Angie Nixon. In the Florida U.S. Senate primary, Nixon will face Republican Senator Ashley Moody come November. President Trump says the United States and Canada have had a meeting of the minds on trade.
Less than 2 hours before he was set to impose 50% tariffs on $20 billion worth of Canadian imports, President Trump announced on social media that the U.S. and Canada have a deal. Subject, he writes, to the finalization of documents. Trump's import taxes would have hit about 5% of what Canada ships to the U.S., including products ranging from hockey sticks to depressors. Canada had threatened to respond in kind, but those sanctions are now delayed, buying time for more negotiations and avoiding, for now, yet another strain in already tense relations between historic allies. Ben Thomas, Washington.
President Trump insists the U.S. is in complete control of the Strait of Hormuz, despite Iran's claims to the contrary. Mr. Trump adds at this point no additional talks with Tehran have been scheduled. The Dow's up 341 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hi, I'm Kirk Cameron. Christian Healthcare Ministries is not another health insurance policy. If you're tired of year-long contracts and pointless restrictions, CHM offers anytime enrollment on your schedule and at your convenience. With CHM, you're paying half the cost of a traditional health insurance plan. So that puts more money back into your budget for everyday needs. Plus, you'll have access to CHM's care solutions for virtual appointments, prescription savings, surgery support, and more. My family and I joined in 2018, and it's changed our lives for the better. We love paying way less while helping other believers afford their medical bills. Take the leap of faith and see why Christians across the nation are better with CHM.
Get started by calling 1-833-JOIN-CHM and use promo code WELLNESS for a 50% credit towards your first month. That's 1-833-JOIN-CHM and use promo code WELLNESS.
This hour of News Talk STL brought to you by Window World of St. Louis. For replacement windows, doors, and siding, call 800-GET-WINDOWS. That's 800-GET-WINDOWS. From the News Talk STL Weather Center,
I'm meteorologist Shane Scotch with your first alert forecast. We're going to be tracking temperatures towards the lower 80s. Scattered showers and storms continue throughout the remainder of the morning hours. Then we're looking at a secondary potential round by the afternoon, evening hours, looking at some isolated showers and storms. Best chance for some stronger wind gusts going to be south of Jefferson County and areas back towards Arkansas. The rest of the region, though, going to continue dry out as we head off to Thursday morning. Dry conditions, temperatures into the mid-80s throughout the upcoming second half of the week into the weekend. Maybe a spot shower possible Saturday morning, but we dry out really quickly, looking at partly sunny skies. Beautiful weekend. From the First Alert 4 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Shane Scotch.
Vic Porcelli.
Come on, you're Italian. You understand.
Every day is a busy day all of a sudden.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Tough and smart, and I love Italian, so, he's definitely Italian.
At least I have this show to come and talk about it and let some stuff up.
What kind of a show are you guys putting on here today?
The Vic Porcelli Show.
All right. It's a rainy Wednesday, not just any Wednesday, Ken. It's a rainy double whoosh Wednesday is what it is.
Woosh. Woosh.
What the? That's coming up at 10:24. It's one of my favorite new things that we do. Vic for Vets today. And Mark Carter, Vice Chair of the St. Louis County Council. Sam Page is trying to do some more weird stuff before he's not even a lame duck. He's a half-dead duck.
Yeah.
You know? Which I guess that's what lame means. But anyway, chat box 1141. Right now, let's talk to the speaker.
Timmy.
Former Speaker of the House.
You just proved why you left-wing loons are so insane. Timmy. Y'all ready for this?
Tim Jones.
Good morning, my handsome, ultra-MAGA, deplorable Speaker of the House.
Well, good morning back to you, and I would like to wish you and yours, your entire audience, all the Vic heads, a very happy double whoosh Wednesday to my ultra-MAGA brothers.
Whoosh. Whoosh.
They all appreciate it.
Hey, Vic, I got some good news for you.
Oh.
I think the sun is starting to peek out here in the western lands of Eureka, which means we could end up later on with a dry hump day. We could.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. Later on.
Jessica and I are doing our best trying to start a garden, and it's one thing after another. It's either too hot, or the plants get too soaked, or the squirrels eat my tomatoes. It's not easy.
Do you have raccoons too? Do the raccoons also get in there and tear things up? Yeah,
Yep.
we have the same issues. How does anyone grow anything outside? I don't understand these days. These animals, like these little robber barons. I mean, they're just everywhere.
So true, Tim.
Tim, I swear to you, this is a true story, okay? I am not exaggerating to be funny. It's a true story. We have, we have the plants, and then we have like these long kind of planters that we do the basil and the parsley and stuff in. And I looked out the window, and there was a squirrel laying in the bed, right? Laying in the little planter with his elbow over the side like he was throwing a hang. Come on, guys. They're stupid. They don't have come on, hang with me. I swear to God, he was throwing a hang in my parsley plants.
And he couldn't give a rip. He couldn't give a rip about you and what you think.
No. Our next door neighbors, they invested in doing a lot of planting this year. They just really set up their yard. We have a double yard, and so they have a double yard, and it is some really good looking growth. But what the animals are doing, they're taking all the different products. I don't care what it is that they're trying to grow, strawberries, tomatoes, whatever, Tim. They'll take one bite out of it and throw it into our yard.
Sons of bitches.
It's like, okay,
you got
at least
you got a wildlife trailer park next door.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Sebastian Maniscalco does this thing about growing up, and he had a garden, and my father saw some raccoon, something was nibbling on my father's tomatoes. He says, most families will caught orchid, and they'll set some traps, and then they'll release them into the woods so they can be reunited with their family. My father's like, we're going to murder this son of a bitch. Put antifreeze on bologna.
Oh, no.
Tears him out from the inside. I'm like, yes, that's the way you do it. All right. So, Tim, I want to, I don't know if you want to, it seems very secret. You're being very secretive and very, in a post on X, you said, and when was this? This was only 13 hours ago. What were you doing up? Oh, okay. Had big meetings today. made many big plans.
Mm-hmm.
Big things coming. Stay tuned. Now, the word big is in there 3 different times. Can you say anything about that, or is it all big secret?
I'll give just for you two, and don't tell anyone,
No,
okay?
Nobody's listening.
Yeah,
That's okay.
don't tell anyone. Right. Yeah, I didn't think so. We're terrible. I'm terrible. So I'll give you some hints. I'm gonna tell you what the end result. I'm gonna tell you what the end result of some of these big plans are. Now, these plans will have to be effectuated, and things will have to be executed properly, and a lot of processes and procedures are gonna have to happen. Blah 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 blah. But at the end, let me tell you what I believe these big plans are going to result in. They're going to result in an elimination of Missouri's income tax and Missouri being the 17th state to have universal school choice.
Wow.
That's what That's what I'm mainly talking about. Now, this is a goal. This has been a goal of movement conservatives in Missouri since we took the Republican majority back in 2002 in the Missouri House. I think the Senate may have been 2000, and then the House was 2002. And ever since then, true movement conservative. But what I mean by movement conservatives, I mean someone who is in the likeness and image and philosophy of the greatest 2 presidents of my lifetime, which would be Ronald Reagan and Donald J. Trump. Because whatever you think about them personally, and there's critics of those 2 gentlemen all across the political spectrum, mainly I think because people are jealous and envious and self-loathsome, and they can't just enjoy, someone else's success and vision and drive. They have wanted to do, but both of them have wanted to do some of the same things. Both Reagan and Trump were huge fans of reducing the tax burden on all Americans, which is what we've been trying to do here in the state of Missouri since Republicans took back the majority from Democrats after Democrats ran the state into the ground for 60 years. And, people who say, oh, why haven't you Republicans fixed everything in 20 years? And Vic, that's how they sound. They sound all whiny and kind of droopy dog,
Exactly.
Well, it's because you Democrats and you leftists and you liberals, we're not going to reverse 60 plus years of damage in a decade or even 2, because government is a ponderous beast. And it is constantly pushing back against everything that movement conservatives are trying to do. So in my mind, movement conservatives are people who are not just Republicans and are not just conservatives, but are people that actually want to accomplish conservative things, right? They're not just there to hold an office and have a title, or worse yet, just to yell and scream and bitch and moan every day on social media. These keyboard commandos. Oh, for the love of God. Would you put down the keyboard and go out and touch some grass? Maybe eat some grass so you can remember what it is, But so all these people, Vic, they're on the left. Some of them, unfortunately, claim to be on the right. They're just a bunch of complainers and whiners and moaners. But it's the movement conservatives, right? The Nick Schroers of the world. You had Nick on yesterday. Great segment. The Ben Keithleys, the Holly Joneses, my state rep, the Ben Browns, these are the people who, mainly the members of the Missouri Freedom Caucus and their allies, who want to do things like eliminating taxes, reducing property tax burdens, putting universal school choice into law so every child can have the opportunity for good education, not just any old education, right? Not some government school public education that's going to fill you full of all kinds of woke BS, but the opportunity to not just be confined by your zip code, and that is your death sentence as far as government school education. And not all public schools are bad. My daughters both went to public schools. Okay, but we due to the blessings from the good Lord above, we were able to choose the zip code in which we wanted to live, and we were able to choose the public school system where our daughters have gone to. And many people don't have that luxury, but why don't they? So that's what movement conservatism in my mind stands for. Lowering taxes, promoting school choice. You have Mark Mix on frequently, promoting worker freedom, a fair system of litigation, right? Where people have access to the courts, but it's not just always the result is, one-sided outcomes, and a balanced budget that is as low as possible, right? So not just a balanced budget, but a balanced budget that is for the people, that gives as much money back to the people as it wants to also spend on, whatever crap government spends things on, reducing and getting rid of those things. That reminds me that we're bringing Nick Shirley to town, right?
Yes, we are.
In end of September. You talk about it all the time.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a little bit. I just want to let
So
you know.
that's what I'm talking about, Vic. That's where. So the plans are how we're going to get all those things done, right? It's a mixture of promoting the right public policies. It's a mixture of promoting the right electoral politics. Yeah, we just had a primary election, but there's some significant races in Missouri on the state rep and Senate level that we have to get through for the general. We have to pass Amendment 3 to protect kids and babies and Missourians yet to be born. But we also have to get the right people elected in the years ahead. So we have a lot of work to do. But those are the big plans that I'm working on as to how we're going to get those things done.
Love it. So Ken, being the great producer that he is, he found some audio from one of the people who are opposed to lowering income tax and school choice, and probably one of your opponents. Listen. That makes me mad.
That makes me mad.
There you go.
Exactly. That's what they sound like.
Exactly
They all sound
right.
like that.
All right. For the rest of this conversation, Tim, can you put your hand on the Bible, raise your right hand?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear to be brief, nothing but brief, and only brief?
I shall try.
So help you God? Okay.
So help me God.
Let's talk about, I think this is a playing the hits kind of story. You know what I mean by playing the hits, right?
Yes.
Sophie Cunningham has become, and she's never come out and said, I'm a conservative, right?
No.
But her actions say that she does. So she came out and said, boys shouldn't play against girls, right? And I love in that statement, she said little girls, right? Those are the ones most susceptible to injury if they're playing against boys. And then the other night when they played the Atlanta Dream, the Dream didn't even come out of the locker room for the national anthem. Sophie stood there with her hand on her heart. And they're having Sophie rallies before games outside the arena, and this lady put Sophie's picture on the side of a truck, and she rides it around the block where she is, and people are catching on. And I think, and by the way, MIZ
ZOU.
That's right, Mizzou grad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love her. What about you?
I do too. And I was just thinking as you were describing her stances on things, she's also never said, I want to be involved in politics or I want to be a politician. She's never said, this is my, she's also never said, this is my political ideology. People are making it political, right? Because we have to make everything political in today's world. We have to put everybody in a in a box. But all she has said, she's talking about culture, right, Vic? She's talking about culture.
Yeah.
Our culture, not, politics is downstream from culture. That's the end result oftentimes, right? When you go to the ballot box and you select a candidate or vote on an issue, that's the last thing you do. That's arguably maybe the most important end result thing, because that's how it becomes effectuated. But there's so much important work that goes into that, and that has to do with our culture. So if our culture is not defending little girls for little girls sports, then our politics is definitely not going to do that, and it's going to be corrupted. So what Sophie is talking about is a cultural awakening, a cultural acknowledgement, a cultural revolution that shouldn't have to exist, because where in the world do we get to the point where we think that boys and men should be playing in girls' sports? What happened to the 60s revolution, Vic? What happened to the feminists? Where are all the liberal feminists who wanted Title IX and who wanted Title VII and who wanted fairness and equity and equality for women's sports? They're now, some of those same lunatics are now asking for women's sports to be destroyed.
Well, Tim, you notice what Sophie Cunningham is doing, though, is what we all should be doing at this point, and it's a form of being on the offensive. If you notice, she said, I don't want little girls getting hurt, so I don't want men playing in women's sports. Immediately, the Democrats said, you're transphobe. You're against trans. And she said, no, listen to me. I did not say anything about trans. I said, I don't want men playing in women's sports. No, you're a transphobe. And she said, listen to me. No, I'm not. And then she continues. You talked about culture being, politics being downstream from culture, Tim. She was up on the stage the other night singing an American song I Love America or whatever it was. It was a country song, which I'm not into, but I didn't care because
Red, White, and Blues in the title.
Yeah, something like that. But she was having such a blast. She's not, stepping back and saying, okay, I better be quiet now. She's out there in their face and saying, no, this is what I am. This is my culture, and you're going to have to accept me.
This is what commies do. Commies don't create. Communists destroy. Communists crush and cause chaos. So I still truly believe that the United States of America is the best country on earth, all in, right? When you look at everything we have to offer, and the things that we do, we still are the best. Now, there are some countries that are starting to give the United States of America a run for its money, definitely on the sanity scale. There was a huge story over the weekend on CNN, of all places, where Fareed Zakaria was either, I couldn't tell if Fareed was happy or sad about this. I couldn't tell if he was celebrating or bemoaning the fact that the little country, the little peaceful, quiet country of Sweden, population 11 million, is having its own revolution of sanity. It is having a peaceful revolution where it is moving away, far away from its Euro-socialist roots and embracing free market, energetic capitalism. And guys, it is tightening down its immigration policies. So Sweden is realizing what every failed Euro-socialist state should, and what the U.S. should acknowledge it should never do. Why are we even entertaining the democratic socialists of America? We've been watching Europe fail and fall for the last 70 to 80 years by embracing some of the softer versions of these policies. These socialists in America are even more hardcore than the Euro socialists. I mean, they're just one side of commie. And so the communists, the socialists, they can't have a country like the United States of America stand, because we are a constitutional republic. We have an immutable constitution. We have principles and foundations and freedom and liberty. Well, we have institutions and norms, right? We have a polite society generally, except when we fall apart at the seams, that acknowledges certain things. So Ken, Vic, you can't have any of these institutions stand if you're going to take down the United States of America from the inside out, which is exactly what you guys have been discussing for weeks, if not months, if not years. You have been well ahead of the bell curve on this. Yes, they will never destroy the United States from the outside. They will attempt to destroy it from the within. And that is exactly what the DSA is currently trying to do.
I think there's a thing on our wall in the room over there that says Abraham Lincoln saying the same thing Tim's saying.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So first of all, socialists listening to you right now, Tim, are going blah 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 free stuff. Blah 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 blah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Lady, said socialism sounds really great and works for a little while until you then run out of everyone else's money. I think I added some words there, like I'm wont to do. But
you're paraphrasing.
That's essentially what.
Yes.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
So, guys, it sounds great, doesn't it? Everything for everyone, anytime that you so desire. And for a while, for like 5 minutes, you can make that work, because you take everything that's been created through a free market, capitalistic, upwardly mobile society. You take all that, and then what do? Well, you spend it all immediately. And for a moment, it's like a sugar rush, right? Like for a moment, oh wow, everyone's got everything, and then the sugar rush crashes, and you're like, well, why don't I get more stuff? Well, the stuff's all gone. Well, just buy it. Well, we can't. We took all the money already. Well, now what do? Well, now we all work and slave together for our masters. The oligarchs that set this up in the first place, and we become miserable like the Bolsheviks and like the Soviet Union.
I thought he was going somewhere else, Kenny.
I know.
Don't you cuss on this here
I
radio.
thought you were going somewhere else, Timmy.
Like the Bolsheviks.
Now,
Thought about it.
Listen. Our time is up, but I want to do two things here, so we're going to have to go over, Tim.
Okay.
So the first thing is, and this, for some reason, I don't know if this relates or not, but me and my wife and my stupid brother and his wife and our kids were out at an arcade or whatever. And there was a machine, when you get the tickets and you keep the tickets to go get a prize at the
Yes.
checkout. And there were tickets sticking out of this machine. And Chris goes, "Oh, look, there's tickets." I said, "They're not your tickets. Don't you touch them." Right?
Nice.
My stupid brother says, "Hey, Nicky, look, tickets, take them."
Take them, buddy.
He's so stupid. All right, and very quickly, Tim, this is just this is a long list, but I can only do a few of them because we're out of time. Of the people that you're talking about, why aren't they sticking up for Sophie Cunningham? National Organization for Women, National Women's Political Caucus, American Association of University of Women, League of Women Voters, National Council of Negro Women, National Council of Jewish Women. Where are these organizations coming out sticking up for Sophie Cunningham?
Yeah, where are they indeed? Where they are indeed. So, guys, I don't want to just complain. We're here to complain and call out the problems, but we're also here to do, right? We just had an election, and for people like me, you win some, you lose some. Well, what do you do next? Do you go and cry in the corner because you didn't win everything? No, you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, you say, okay, well, I'm going to figure out a different way to do this, different way to skin that cat, and we're going to go right back at it. That's what we Americans do. You know what I was learned a long time ago? I think I learned this in the Boy Scouts. The last 4 letters of American, right? It's not Americant, it's Ameri-I-can, right?
Like that.
And that's what we will all do, especially here on this Double Woosh Wednesday.
Woosh, woosh.
Thank you so much, my handsome, ultra-MAGA, deplorable Speaker of the House.
Thank you, gentlemen. Continue to have the awesome show that you always do.
Thanks, Tim Jones.
I love talking to Tim.
Yeah, man.
Officially, Tim Jones is termed out, so he's not in the legislature at all in Missouri. But, boy, his impact is felt.
No, I think he has more power now, to
right?
be honest with you.
Right, Ken?
Honestly.
I think you're right. All right. Where are we here?
Not more power, more influence.
Yeah, yes, which is more important than power. You're right.
Yeah.
Influence on lowering or getting rid of income tax and school choice. How?
That'd be amazing. That would be amazing for every mother and father in the state.
All right, Ken. Let's do something really slick here. Okay.
Okay, Vic.
You want to do something really slick?
Let's do.
Okay. We're gonna let you hear, coming back from commercials, the guy I'm going to talk about right now. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right. So it's the annual Leadership for America Dinner 2026. It's September 25th in the St. Charles Convention Center Grand Ballroom. And the keynote speaker is none other than Nick Shirley, the independent journalist who showed the mainstream media how it's done, finding all the alleged fraud in Minneapolis. And more speakers, too. Tickets are $100, and you can get them at newstalkstl.com/Nick Shirley, and we'll hear Nick Shirley's voice as soon as we get back.
There we go.
Yeah.
Stream the Vic Porcelli Show at NewstalkSTL. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show.
Be cool, honey bunny. Be cool.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's NewstalkSTL.
Hi, I'm Jen Wallner.
And I'm Rodney Wallner with the Wallner Home Selling Team at Berkshire Hathaway.
Hey, Rodney, how do you sell your home for top dollar?
That's easy. Call the Wallner Home Selling Team at 314-810-SOLD.
What if I want a flexible commission rate?
Call the Wallner Home Selling Team at 314-810-SOLD.
When's the best time to sell your home?
Right now. Call the Wallner Home Selling Team at 314-810-SOLD.
For all your real estate needs, call the Wallner Home Selling Team at 314-810-SOLD.
That's 314-810-SOLD.
If you love your pet, which I know you do, then they deserve the excellent treatment and care they'll receive at Pacific Animal Hospital in Pacific, Missouri, a full-service veterinarian facility. Originally built and grown by my dad, Dr. Bill Jones, a new generation of wonderful veterinarians and staff at Pacific continue to provide outstanding medical, surgical, dental, boarding, and grooming services for your favorite furry friends. Our family entrusts the care of our pets only to the experienced docs and staff at Pacific Animal Hospital. You should too. Call them today, 636-257-2100, 24/7 at PacificVets.com, PacificVets.com.
Lower your car payment today. Lower your car payment today. Yes, you heard us right. You can lower your car payment right now by making this free call and save up to $1,400 a year on your current car payments. Think about your current car payment right now. What's that costing you per year? Now think about what it would be like to put an extra $1,400 back in your pocket. That's the average savings our customers experience. We can help you drive the same car and pay less every month by lowering your car payments interest interest rate to as low as 4.67%. At Rate Genius, we can work with you to refinance any car payment. If you qualify, it costs you nothing to find out how you can lower your car payment. To learn more, call this number right now.
800-493-5670. 800-493-5670. 800-493-5670. That's 800-493-5670.
News Talk STL. News Talk STL.
Woosh, woosh.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. The Vic Porcelli Show.
I'm gonna grab a bite to eat. You want like a sandwich or something? What kind of sandwich ain't too fat? I have the sandwich.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
Now it turns out that Governor Hochul is receiving donations from these adult daycare scammers in New York City.
Living Well received $8.6 million in 2025 and on their peak day of business they billed the state for 406 beneficiaries. My name's Nick Shirley. No, we don't need any survey.
Well, Kathy Hochul received over $55,000 from these adult daycares in New York City. This guy right here has been actively donating to Kathy Hochul. So the reason why these politicians get so mad at me when I expose the fraud is because I'm exposing the very dollars that benefit them and their political agendas inside of their own state. These politicians have learned that fraud is the best way to gain control of a large group of a population, because why would a group in a community cut off the hand that feeds them? And more specifically, why would any community ever vote against somebody who is giving them money no matter what? We have so much money here inside the United States that we are able to hand out millions upon millions of dollars and no one will even notice. And now that somebody's looking and these politicians are being exposed, they're all freaking out, and Kathy Hochul is one of them.
So Minnesota conquered, right? By Nick Shirley.
Yeah.
Now he's in
With
New York
California.
City. Oh, right. California found all the Medicaid fraud.
They actually created legislation to keep him out of California.
Right. When they do that, you know you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
How low can you go to have Medicaid fraud? A program for people who are poor, indigent, poor people, no income. That's who you're scamming, really?
Vic, this is proof that the Democrat Socialist Party has no concern for the American people. This is our money. And if it's a model, Vic, think about this. It's a model of what they've done in the past. So if it's working so well, then why not change it? Here's what I'm talking about, the NGOs. USAID dispersed all that money, that incredible amount of money to all these NGOs, and then it came back to where these people that had the NGOs and were making millions upon billions of dollars, they filtered that money, laundered that money back to the individual Democrat leadership. It happened. We've documented it at this point. So what did they do? The adult daycare centers in New York. They allowed it to happen. Millions and millions of dollars flooded in. Kathy Hochul, what'd she receive? $55,000 from those very same fraudulent daycare centers.
So there's nobody there.
The way Nick Shirley put it, he said there was no way that the number of people that they were talking about could possibly be cared for in the facilities that he went to. We're talking like one daycare said 7,000 people. They had room for 25.
Oh, my God. So I blame the government, the New York state government.
Yes.
Because Medicaid is a state thing. Medicare is the national thing. And the state government of New York, nobody said, this is why it's so crooked. Nobody doing paperwork in the New York state government looked at this and said, hey, wait a minute. Hey, Bill, this says there's 7,000 people in this one adult daycare center. Isn't that a lot of people? How do you fit 7,000 people into one adult daycare center? It physically is impossible. Forget about when you go into the nuance of, hey, I wonder if it's a scam. You know what I'm saying, Ken? Yeah. Doesn't Bill say 7,000 people? You're looking at this? It says 7,000 people.
Yeah. No, I blame the government. I think the government being asleep at the wheel with our money. See, this is the thing. It's all of our money. This is not just New York money we're talking about. We're talking about federal funds. That's everybody's money. And then Nick Shirley even said, he said, we have so much money in this country that it's just flowing out the doors because we have so much money. Well, here, I got an idea. I've got a really good idea. Think about this for a second. Don't take our money. You won't have as much money flowing out the doors and to the NGOs and all these other facilities that are fraudulent. If you just don't take our money in the first place, then I bet, Vic, they'll be more concerned about where that money goes in the future.
So if Bill in accounting says 7,000 people, really, they're billing us for 7,000 people, and then somebody else that works in that office who's on the take says, here, take this. Put it in your pocket. Don't worry about it.
Right.
What, who's to say that's not happening? Well, clearly it is happening.
Yeah. And you know what? You had think about this in Minnesota. It was so bad. It was so rampant. They're saying estimated now up to $19 billion. And you've got the top guy, Tim Walz, Keith Ellison, Ilhan Omar, who supposedly went from $30 million in assets to zero.
To nothing.
How'd that happen? Just suddenly. I mean, we're talking about months here. She was being investigated, went from 30 million. She had the winery. She had all this stuff, and now it's gone. Yeah, poof. It was an error. It was a clerical error. You had state people who work for the state of Minnesota coming out as whistleblowers, and they demonized them. They actually tried to get them arrested, and they still came out, but nothing happened. Vic, who was convicted?
Nobody.
Who was incarcerated?
Yeah, nobody.
That's why everybody's so pissed off with their money, and nothing's happening when they find out that their money's going to these fraudsters.
You know, in Chicago in the 1920s, I know I always make comparisons with this guy, but the people of Chicago, they all loved Al Capone. Loved him. He paid for things for them. He did the fireworks display. Gotti, too. John Gotti paid for all the fireworks in Queens on the 4th of July. They loved him because Al Capone knew how to play the game.
Yeah.
I'm going to help these people, you know. Oh, did your husband die? You know what? Here's money for the funeral. He did it all the time. But, of course, he was a criminal, a terrible person, and a murderer.
Right. If you didn't do what he said, then you were dead.
Kinda. Yeah. Yeah. So, can we hear some more Nick Shirley? Because this is great.
Yeah, because he's coming out. He's going to be with us. So that's going to be awesome.
This is 26, Ken.
Yeah.
This is Nick Shirley. This is poetry in motion. Nick Shirley shutting down Stephen A. Smith.
My question to you would be, you're identified as a 24-year-old conservative online influencer. You didn't mind that introduction at all. Why is the word conservative in there? Why couldn't you just be an online influencer? Because it would give the impression that, you know what, you're favoring one side over the other, and the vice president, who happens to be a conservative, the vice president of the United States, is speaking up for you. It would give the impression that you're partisan in what you're doing. What do you say to people who would have that suspicion?
Well, I'm not the one who read that. That was you who read that. If you would have asked me to give an introduction, I would have said independent journalist Nick Shirley.
Oh.
I would have said conservative. That has nothing to do with it. Like I look at what I'm doing right now is a public service for everyone in America.
Mm-hmm.
And it is interesting how by doing this, people have labeled me as a conservative, which I am a conservative, but that's not what my journalism is. Like I support Trump. I think Trump is a good president. I think he was the person who more than 50% of the country voted for. And so it is just funny that like me exposing this, everyone wants to say you're conservative. Like imagine if you were like, oh, he's a left-leaning sports talk show host.
Right. I agree.
Oh,
I mean, I read because I thought that's what I actually thought that's how you requested to be interviewed. So I'm glad I asked the question for clarification. I didn't know.
Shut up.
So did you see how he backed out of that one? Oh, no, I agree with you. I agree.
He completely screwed it up and blamed it on an unnamed aide of his or something.
Right.
God, he's the worst. I hate Stephen A. Smith because I haven't known him for 30 years, you know, like Sean Hannity does. An alternative to Sean Hannity, by the way, is the greatest afternoon show in St. Louis. That
You
would
got
be
that
Tim
right.
Jones and Chris Arps. You got him here between 4 and 6 every day. And Nick Shirley in town on September 26th. What the?
What the?
That's next on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL, number 1 for live and local conservative talk. I can't hit it, Kenny. I can't go any further.
Watch us on our live stream using Rumble, Facebook, and Twitter. The Vic Porcelli Show.
I can handle things. I'm smart. Not like everybody says. Like dumb, I'm smart, and I want the sense.
On the Vic Porcelli Show.
It's not a lot to ask for, Ken.
Not a lot.
I'm smart.
Right.
And I want respect. You know who has my respect?
Who?
Stan Clement.
Oh, yeah.
Because Stan, we talk every day about him saving your tree, and if you need it removed, he'll do that. But he's got a lot of other things that he does, right? For like even lawns and stuff, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. When he came over to my house, we talked about the lawn, we talked about the backyard, the bushes. He has some proprietary nutrients, like you always say, that he can help you with.
Yeah, it's a great guy. And his crews that he sends out are great, very patient. So patient that when they took our tree down in our backyard, they allowed me to say, timber!
And it was fun.
Yeah. I thought that was a thing, Ken. Am I stupid?
You're good.
You're not answering my question.
That's fine. You should do that, Vic.
Now you sound like I'm the...
No, you should do it.
I swear to God, I'll kill you. So call Stan. Even easier, get him on the internet. If you want to call him, 314-440-3662. Fix that tree and save that tree. And if you can't and it's got to be removed, the money you put towards saving it will go towards removing it. Risk-free, right? It's RootsPlusLLC.com, RootsPlusLLC.com.
We talk about race relations.
This conversation has completely made me crazy.
This is complete insanity.
And I'm sick and tired of it.
101.9 and 94.1.
I find it to be a conversation starter.
News Talk STL.
License number GL250000615.
You're cooking dinner. The lights go out. You flip the breaker and forget about it.
But what if it keeps tripping?
Trips once, your breaker's doing its job. Keeps tripping? That's a warning. Bad wiring or something worse.
Do people just keep flipping it?
Most do, until they can't anymore.
Call Grasser. We'll stop the trip.
Green is always Grasser at GrasserHomeServices.com.
Tired of settling for generic fishing gear? Say hello to Bullseye Bait and Tackle, O'Fallon's one-stop shop for serious anglers. Live bait, premium tackle, rods, reels, and an unbeatable selection of lures from top brands like Megabass, Zoom, and Berkley. Whether you're after bass, catfish, crappie, or bluegill, they've got the gear to help you land the big one. Plus, their expert team, led by Mark and Liz, provides rod and reel repair services. Bullseye Bait and Tackle, 266 Fort Zumwalt Square, or at bullseyebaitantackle.net.
A Disney cruise is no ordinary vacation. It's an adventure, a fairy tale, a dream. Step aboard and discover where favorite Disney characters meet fun for the whole family, where total rest and relaxation meet the ultimate escape and excitement, where a dream vacation meets a magical cruise. Only on Disney Cruise Line, where magic meets the sea.
Magic Expeditions will make planning your Disney cruise easy. Reach out at magicexpeditions.com.
Fox News commentary with Tommy Lahren. Next.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Tommy Lahren weighs in on the possibility of Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez running for higher office.
I think AOC could have the Senate seat, certainly if she wants it. But what happens in 2028, I think, is going to be completely dependent on how the Trump administration goes for the rest of the term and where the American people are. Where do those populists go that voted for President Trump 3 times, that really like that populist form of government? Do they stay with the Republican Party, or do they move over and think that perhaps some of AOC or another Democrat's ideas are palatable? But to AOC, I think that a debate would be very interesting. She's got a lot to learn, and not saying she can't do it. She certainly can pivot. But what I've learned about Democrats, particularly now that have mastered social media, is that in order to win votes, especially from your own party, the Democrat Party, you don't really need to have plans, and you don't really need to have solutions.
For more commentary like this, go to foxnewspodcast.com.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. The Vic Porcelli Show.
Live and be well.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
ZZ Top and Legs. The great Frank Beard. The late great Frank Beard on drums. Frank passed away yesterday at the age of 77. And Billy Gibbons is all we have left.
Yeah.
Frank Beard was the only one in ZZ Top who didn't have one. Beard.
Right.
It's odd, isn't it? That
Right.
His name's Beard?
Right.
All right, Ken, I don't know how to do this. Before we do what the... I wanted to... I don't know what to do with this. It's just so funny. So it's video of President Trump with the hero kid, the lifeguard, who saved the other kid who was drowning.
Right.
And the kid talks softly, I guess. So the media had to use their boom mics and put the boom mics in there.
Yeah.
But what's funny is the boom mics look like they're trying to get a comment from the president's portraits on the wall, like Thomas Jefferson. It's so funny. It's almost like Kentucky Fried Movie. Like you're going to see George Washington say, "The press needs to get the hell out of here," or something, you know?
Yeah.
I'll show it to you later. You know what? I'm going to actually, I don't know. Let's not do that. Right now it's time for what the?
Boy, what in the hell?
I love that you saved that one for last, by the way.
Yeah.
From Fletch. Who goes first?
You.
I go first. We'll start with Jennifer Say, S-E-Y, Say. Says, more men like James, please, because James Dreyfus tweeted, "Men, stand with our women and girls. They are not guinea pigs for ongoing failed social experiments."
What the?
From one fed-up American on X. Abraham Lincoln paid reparations through the Freedoms Bureau of 1865. It gave all free black men 40 acres and a mule, plus food, clothing, and farm tools over a 7-year period until 1872, and was then ended by Democrats. Look it up.
What the? Charlie Kirk was a racist. I'm sorry, this is Joy Reid. Charlie Kirk was a racist because he said that Joy Reid only got into Harvard because of affirmative action. Joy Reid says, "Let me be clear. I got into Harvard only because of affirmative action." What the?
Mila Joy, you're familiar with her, Vic.
Oh, yeah,
on
she's
X.
great. She's a stirrer.
Yeah. What? Want to know what's wrong with California? Here you go. Maxine Waters, 50 years. Nancy Pelosi, 40 years. Adam Schiff, 30 years. Gavin Newsom, 30 years. Kamala Harris, 24 years. And Karen Bass, 22 years.
What the what?
Nick Schroer, our very own, says, "Little dude talking yet another loss in a weird way." Posts pictures of minors on his page, along with shirtless selfie after shirtless selfie. Then resorts to talking about male anatomy. What a weirdo. Justice Horn, get a job and get a shirt.
Hell yeah. Mary Ellis, a.k.a. Malcolm Twain. Don't forget, from 2020 to 2024, Democrats facilitated an invasion of 15 million illegals, issued thousands of fake Social Security numbers, issued thousands of fake driver's licenses, gave unearned health care, education, and benefits. They didn't give a rat's ass about you then, and they certainly don't give a rat's ass about you now.
How many more can we do here?
A couple more.
Okay. Oh, only a couple?
A few, if you want.
Okay. There was a post on X by Funny Happy Studios. Said, raise your hand if you think J.K. Rowling is a horrible transphobe. Trans rights are human rights. And John Cleese from Monty Python replied by, sorry, but I can't ignore the biologists.
What the? Dustin Grage replying to Enes Kanter Freedom and the WNBA. The bigots are out here trying to community note this beautiful woman, Kanter. It's all on video. She must be able to play.
What the? Man, she's hot too, isn't she? Enes Carter?
Kanter's hot. Freedom hot.
I only have 2 left. Is that okay?
Okay, yeah, man.
Okay, perfect. Being a fan of Caitlin Clark as a black man is one of the toughest jobs in America, but somebody's got to do it.
From Wall Street Apes.
What the?
There you go. That
Oh,
was
yeah,
yours,
yeah.
Vic. Here, I'll give you another one.
What the?
That was a nice
okay.
one, actually.
Yeah.
From Wall Street Apes, Zohran Mamdani is starting a new pilot program in New York City. Parents can drop their kids off at the park for up to 4 hours, and government employees will watch them. He is actually saying this. Bring your children to the park, and we will watch them for free.
All right, I have one last one from Not Kenny Rogers. That's his name on X, Not Kenny. You know, Angel Reese is having a hard time putting the ball in the hole. We talk about that all the time.
Right.
So he says, Angel Reese tried to egg my house last night. She missed.
What the?
What the?
What the?
What the?
That was fun.
I love it.
Indeed, hell.
Hey, with
These
that
are
language.
such crazy posts, but this gives you a great idea of what people are talking about on social media.
And it also gives you a great idea on how Vic and Ken dangerously surf the waters of X to find the idiots and play some stuff. Doesn't have to be, by the way. I mean, we could play stuff. Oh, we did. Nick Schroer. We played people on our side too, right?
Yeah.
And
Cantor Freedom, we did in S.
And not Kenny Rogers said Angel Reese tried to egg my house, but she missed. All right, so there are
Brick. That's her nickname now, Brick.
Ken. She throws up brick after brick. It's crazy.
So funny.
And then the halftime ESPN girls just, oh God, Angel Reese, what a rebounder! She's going to be the greatest rebounder in history. If they had a stat for how many rebounds came from a missed shot of that person, that would, I think, decrease the amount of rebounds. I think it should.
Quite a bit. But I love the memes. I just love the brick memes of her. She's holding a brick, running down the court, and then everybody's like jumping out of the way because they know that she's going to miss the damn backboard, and it goes flying into the crowd.
So is that a video or is that a?
It's a meme. It's a video meme.
These are videos, and it's got injuries. It's AI, and she's washing dishes. And she looks at the camera, and her eyes are so crossed, like one's this way and one's that way. And she opens the garbage, and it's right there, and she tries to throw something in the garbage and misses.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean? She's playing darts, and she throws a dart, and it goes like 20 feet over the person's head. She's doing archery, and there's a guy standing too close to the target, and Angel hits him right in the nuts with the. But after every one, she looks at you, and her eyes are like so crossed.
That's funny.
Because she's so bad, Ken.
Yeah.
She is so bad. She runs like she is physically handicapped.
That was the first thing that I noticed when you said, watch this girl. And I said, okay. And I'm looking, I'm like, wow, she runs really weird.
She does.
Like, you could tell she could be a lot faster if she ran correctly.
Yeah, right. The press love her.
They love her.
The girls on ESPN who do the halftime show and the pregame show, they just love Angel Reese. And I don't understand. And what can you do? I guess you just got to let them talk.
Let them go.
I saw 2 pictures of a 2025 and 2026 WNBA wall calendar that you can put on your wall.
Right.
And it's got 5 or 6 players, Caitlin Clark, not one of them, on either year's calendar.
Makes no sense, just like that 30th anniversary poster they created. She should be on there.
Sophie Cunningham is on it.
Okay.
And Sophie says, why am I on it? You know, she gets it. Why'd you put me on that poster? Why didn't you put Caitlin on that poster?
It's common sense, Vic. This is the thing we have going for us. Facts, truth, and common sense. So when we speak with people that don't have that, and I'm namingly the Democrat Party, people in the Democrat Party, socialists, you have the upper hand automatically just going into a conversation.
Yeah. So my wife said to me, my wife's just getting into this. This is great. Because it used to be, and this happened actually one time, I guess 35 years ago. Seton Hall University, a small university in South Orange, New Jersey.
I've heard of it.
Played Michigan for the national championship game.
That's probably where I heard of it.
And we're losing our minds, right? Here's a New Jersey team playing for the national championship. So we all went over to this kid's house and we watched it. I smoked like 800 cigarettes that night. I was so nervous. And it was a close game. I mean, Michigan won it in the last minute. Ramil Robinson, wow, pulled that name out of my ass. And I got home. I went home, and I see Jessica watching the post-game show. I said, "What, did you watch this game?" She goes, "Yeah, that was exciting." I'm like, "Really? What do you think I've been telling you for all these years?" And then when this is part of my PD privilege, I guess. I was a program director of the station in New Jersey, and I got more stuff than I deserved, Ken. One of the record guys took me to Madison Square Garden to see the Knicks and the Bulls in a playoff game.
Like Michael Jordan Bulls?
Michael Jordan Bulls.
Nice. That would have been something to remember.
Patrick Ewing Knicks.
Oh, that's with the T-shirt.
Yes,
he wore the T-shirt.
Patrick always wore the T-shirt.
That's what I always knew about him. Yeah.
All right, so you got to get me back on the path where I was.
Okay, squirrel.
Straight as the bit you squirrel, right? Patrick Ewing went to Georgetown University. So I cheered for St. John's University. They were in New York. So and their coach was Lou Carnesecca. How do you not root for Lou Carnesecca? And so I hated Georgetown. Hated Patrick Ewing. My God, I hated him. And then the NBA draft came, and the Knicks drafted Patrick Ewing, and he immediately became Patrick, my man.
Yes.
So this Xavier McDaniel played for the Bulls, for the Knicks at the time. And Xavier McDaniel and Michael Jordan were having an argument, and their bald heads were touching. You know, did you ever see those arguments where they actually touch heads and still yelling while they're touching heads?
Yeah.
And it was in that game. And by the way, I'm sorry I was privileged, okay? We had seats right under the basket.
Don't apologize. That's awesome.
3 rows back from the basket. And my hypocrite wife had such a great time. She was like, "Oh, my God, that was great." She loved it. And the Knicks won. Anyway, back to Seton Hall. They almost won, but they didn't win. And I guess the reason I told that was because Jessica was all into it. Oh, so she's all into now watching the very last few minutes of all the NBA games that I watch, you know?
Yeah.
And bless her heart, she lets me watch them. She's missing, handsome Chef Ramsay. What's his first name? Ramsay? Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon, yeah.
But she's missing Restaurant Nightmares. Have you ever seen Kitchen Nightmares?
Is that with Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got 2 shows. One show, he's got more than 2 shows, but Master Chef and then this Kitchen Nightmares. Master Chef, you watch it and you say, "Oh my God, I want that. I want a steak. I want to go eat at this restaurant." Kitchen Nightmares are, "My God, I will never eat at this restaurant ever."
Yeah, there was a TV show, I think, on HGTV on cable that I used to watch all the time with another guy. And he was...
British guy too?
No. He was actually a New Yorker. He's a real rough and tumble dude. He'd go into these bars and he'd say, "Look at the," he would just tear them apart. And then he'd rename them, or he'd
that show's still on.
Renovate. Is it still
Bar
on?
Rescue or
Bar
something?
Rescue. That's it, actually. Yeah.
But Gordon Ramsay will go into the refrigerator, the freezer in one of these places, and he pulls out something. That's
been sitting there for like 10 months.
I'll never go out to eat ever again. That's what I say when I watch that show. And then I watch MasterChef. No, okay, well, if it looks like that, I'll eat it, right? So
when we went to Vegas, my wife and I last year, we tried to get into one of the Hell's Kitchen. That's booked up like 9 months in advance.
We got in.
Did you really?
Yep.
Oh, no.
We booked
See?
it 9 months in
Show
advance.
off.
Well, hey. Oh, stop it.
You big show off.
So anyway, now Jessica is watching the WNBA. She's asking me questions. And I'm like, will you girls please box out? You got to box out. And Jessica goes, what is that?
What's
box out?
What is it? I have no idea.
If you're on the defense and the other team shoots, with your hands, you got to find your opponent and then spread your legs wide so that person can't get around you to get the rebound.
Oh.
It's a rebounding
Okay,
technique. Box out. You got to box out.
Okay, I'll remember that.
When you play basketball
when I go
next?
play in the WNBA, I'm going to try out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Ken, what's the word? I can't think of it. Identifies as a chick.
WNBA player.
Yeah. Watch
Woosh. Woosh.
Newstalk STL is proud to have Doug Voss of Safe Money Radio as part of our lineup each week. Doug has been a staple on the St. Louis radio airways for many years as one of the leading financial experts in the area. You can now hear Doug and Safe Money Radio 2 times every weekend on Newstalk STL. But in case you miss anything, you can check it all out at DougVossSafeMoneyRadio.com. You could also reach Doug at 844-676-SAFE. That's 844-676-7233.
Doug Voss is a registered representative. Securities offered through DHL Securities, LLLP, member FINRA and SIPC.
I'm in my late 60s. My husband died a few years ago. He did all of our taxes. I sold a piece of property last year, and I forgot to claim the proceeds of the sale. Next thing I know, I got a letter from the IRS telling me that I owe over $50,000. Now I have a huge tax problem. I don't have that kind of money. I wish I knew who to call.
If you sold property in the last calendar year or didn't claim all of your part-time or even retirement income, you could be in big trouble with the IRS. Call first before they send you a letter. If you've already got a letter, call. We'll help you file years of past tax returns and save you time and money. So call the tax doctor. The call is confidential and free.
800-240-4586. 800-240-4586. 800-240-4586. That's 800-240-4586.
KLGY HD3 Clayton, K270BW Bellefonte, KNBS Bowling Green. This is Newstalk STL at 1019, 94.1, and always streaming at NewstalkSTL.com.
Breaking news at Town Hall. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Florida's special Democrat primary for the U.S. Senate saw retired U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel Alex Vindman come up short yesterday. That drew a response from the White House.
President Trump posting on his Truth Social page, sleazebag Vindman loses tonight to a radical left lunatic. How cool is that? Vindman was a Trump impeachment witness. He got beat by Democrat Socialist candidate Congresswoman Angie Nixon. She will face Republican Senator Ashley Moody, who was the state attorney general and appointed to the Senate seat by Governor DeSantis when Marco Rubio was selected by the president to be Secretary of State.
That's correspondent Laura Winters. Representative Byron Donalds won the Republican nomination for Florida governor, and former Representative David Jolly picked up the Democrat nod in yesterday's primary. That sets the stage for a fall campaign to replace Florida's popular but term-limited Republican Governor Ron DeSantis. The president is giving a new update on the situation in the Middle East.
President Trump says there are no talks or conversations underway with Iran. The president confirmed the naval blockade remains in full force while the Strait of Hormuz is open and operating. The president noted all water mines in the area have been removed or detonated. In another message, the president labeled the Strait of Hormuz as a new U.S. territory. Willie Nelson, Washington.
President Trump said on Tuesday he was delaying those 50% U.S. tariffs on $20 billion worth of Canadian imports after the two countries reached something of a last-minute deal. Here's Ben Thomas.
Those sanctions are now delayed, buying time for more negotiations and avoiding, for now, yet another strain in already tense relations between historic allies. Ben Thomas, Washington.
And it's a winning session so far on Wall Street. The Dow Jones Industrial Average right now up by 167 points. The S&P 500 up by 29. NASDAQ down about 7 points. More at townhall.com.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
This hour of News Talk STL is brought to you by Stifel, serving investors for over 130 years. Contact your Stifel financial advisor at stifel.com. That's STIFEL.com.
Producer Joey V of the Tim Jones and Chris Arps Show here, reminding you, don't waste a buck on movies that suck. Listen to Joey V's Movies Fridays at 5:45 for reviews you can trust. Brought to you by Harry J. Steakhouse, Freddy's Market, AAA Motor Speedway, and Best Buy Flooring.
There's always something to celebrate in Augusta, Missouri, just 1 hour from St. Louis. Every season brings festivals and special events you won't want to miss. Hop the free trolley to 10 wineries in America's first wine district. Bike the Katy Trail and explore historic small-town charm. Make Augusta your next getaway. Find events and cozy B&Bs at visitaugusta-chamber.org.
Coming soon, the return of the Defiance Roadhouse. Located on Highway 94 along the Missouri River, this long-standing fixture is known for its biker-friendly atmosphere, live music, and decades as a beloved community gathering place. Rev your engines and stand by for the grand opening, early September. The Roadhouse is back.
Fall means the return of Mizzou football. And this year promises another great season of SEC action. There's no better place to catch every game than Harpo's in Chesterfield. With its excellent sports bar atmosphere and the best patio in West County, Harpo's is your Tiger headquarters. Harpo'sSTL.com.
Tony Colombo here for Gutter Pros and Exteriors, your all-in-one service team that brings years of experience and quality that's affordable right to your doorstep. Christine and I discovered Gutter Pros and Exteriors when we bought our home and inherited a gutter problem. And they've also repaired siding damage on our home because along with gutter repair, gutter installation, and leaf protection, the Gutter Pros team are also the best for repairing other exterior damage, including fascia, soffit, and all siding repair and installation. Learn about all the ways Gutter Pros and Exteriors can help your home or business right now at gutterpros.com.
This hour, the Vic Porcelli Show, brought to you by the Trolley Stop Bakery, the official bakery of the Vic Porcelli Show. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show.
A 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough.
We squeeze in a dry hump day under partly sunny skies.
From New Jersey to Baldwin, Missouri, 2 behind the microphone, taking the whoosh to the radical left and the putrid swamp. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show. Here he is, Vic Porcelli.
Last hour of the show.
Yep.
3-hour tour. Thank you, Ken, for putting it all together. Rat is on the stream. He was such a great baseball player.
I love that picture. That's very baseball.
It's very baseball, and he played second base, and I was the catcher. So we threw out people stealing all the time.
Yeah, that's great.
All the time.
It's great when you have a buddy that's on the team that you work together with like that.
Yeah, I love Rat. Always did. All right. Mark Carter coming in?
No.
Huh? Nothing?
Nope.
Phone?
Nope.
Mad at us?
No, he's out of town.
No Insider show?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we'll have the Insider show this Sunday at 5 p.m.
Am I asking too many questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Then it's time for Vic for Vets. Gotta get serious, right?
Yep.
Submitted by Tim Childs. 2 vets to honor today. Army Master Sergeant Ernest R. Kuma and Sergeant Major Tony B. Kuma. Vic and Ken. I would like to share the names of 2 brothers who both enlisted in the military to fight for our freedom in the build-up to and after our declaration of war in World War II. I never had the opportunity to meet Ernest, but Tony was married to my second cousin, Mary Hennehan. I had the pleasure of spending time with him and his family in California while I was stationed at Camp Pendleton from 1983 to 1985. So hold on here. So Tim Childs, thank you for serving, man.
Yeah, Tim.
You know, appreciate that. He was a great big man with just as big a heart. Ernest was awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor, and Tony earned the Navy Cross, which is one step below the Medal of Honor. Hearing Tony describe the details of what his brother went through, and after much prodding on my part, what he went through to earn their respective medals was chilling and awe-inspiring at the same time. It was amazing to me, initially, that brothers would both earn such honors, and neither posthumously. After spending time with him and his family, I came to understand the type of character it takes to be these men. I know you plan to honor one veteran each day. I would appreciate it if you could take the time to mention them both at the same time.
Or all three of them.
Or you too, Tim. Yeah, don't be so humble and modest, even though I am a big fan of humility. I would appreciate it if you could take the time to mention both of them at the same time so listeners can understand the level of courage, honor, and devotion to country demonstrated by these two men, brothers from one family. And the family, by the way.
Yeah.
We can't forget that they have people thousands of miles away that they're worried about. And I love this. If I may, I would like to also give a mention for Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt had a 12-year military career in the Air Force, primarily serving as an enlisted security forces controller. She enlisted after high school and served from 2004 to 2016, including deployments in Afghanistan and Iraq. During her active duty, she met her first husband, Staff Sergeant Timothy McKenty. Babbitt also served in the Air National Guard, including a 6-year stint with the Capitol Guardians, a unit responsible for defending the Washington, D.C. region. She reached the rank of senior airman, and the thanks she got from the government, they shot her.
Yep.
And killed her.
And in my opinion, it was murder.
So can we just back up here and review a little bit?
Yeah.
Tim Childs, who submitted the names of Ernest Kuma and Tony Kuma. Ashley Babbitt's husband and Ashley Babbitt herself. We thank you all for serving.
Yep.
Every single one of you. Today's Vic for Vets Honor Roll inductee, honored veteran on NewstalkSTL with support from our great friends at Alamo Military Collectibles, Gemini Wealth Group, Heroes Care Incorporated, Michael's Funeral Home, and Freddie's Market.
And Vic, if you could look at cuts 28 and 2, what I would like to do at this time is do some kind of let's do a way back, okay? And the reason why is because we've got to talk about how we're forgetting the things that have been happening. And we can start with 28 if you don't mind.
You're the boss, Ken. This is separate from Vic for Vets, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Music ended. That's Ken and I communicate through that way. Go ahead, Ken. It's all short. The show is yours. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, we haven't used it in a little while, and we used it last week.
Oh, the Wayback Machine.
Yeah, it needs to work. So.
Well, that's up to you.
Yeah, let's first go back to 2022 if you don't mind.
Go ahead, hit it. Wow, here we are.
Now, if you recall, originally, and just the snark and the attitude that Kathy Hochul, governor of New York, had when she was telling millionaires and billionaires and Republicans to leave the state.
Just jump on a bus and head down to Florida where you belong, okay? Get out of town. Get out of town.
You and I have talked about the Democrat Party, how they don't really think that far ahead. When she said that, she's like, oh, yeah, we'll get rid of all of them, and then we'll just be in office for the rest of our lives, and everything will be great. But the problem is she was telling the millionaires and the billionaires at the same time to leave.
So isn't that taxpayer money leaving the state?
Yes, and that's exactly the problem. In fact, that's the problem that Zoran Mamdani's having right now, which audio we could play later when we come back to the current
president,
time. Yeah. We're still.
All right, so hold on. Before we get back to the president, Kathy Hochul is the governor because Andrew Cuomo had to leave in disgrace.
Correct.
I just want to say that because she didn't win her way to that post at all.
Right.
So that's the first thing. Second of all, how stupid, instead of having a campaign, a promotional campaign that says, hey, investors, millionaires, come to New York, invest in New York. She didn't say that.
No, and one of the big problems is as a Democrat bloc, you've got AOC, who remember when she dismissed Amazon and said, no, you're not coming into my district.
How many jobs, Kat?
Thousands. Billions of dollars that would have been infused into that community was lost because of another Democrat, AOC. And it just seems like they don't think that far ahead. I mean, she's still being ridiculed. That's going to be a really bad scar on her career forever. It's there. I mean, it's not ever going to come back. Amazon's never going to try and get back in there, because she made it very clear, we don't want money here. We don't want jobs here, so just stay out.
You millionaires.
Yeah.
So well, one thing confuses me, Ken, is it hasn't hurt her at all, AOC. She's getting more popular. She's dragging on Bernie Sanders' socialist, communist coattails.
In her bubble, yes, I will agree with that. She's becoming a leader. She is a leader in her party now.
When is she going to feel the effects of the jobs that weren't created because she turned down the Amazon factory?
This is going to shock everybody if you haven't heard about it. But they're eyeing her to run for president.
Ah!
Yeah.
It's funny.
So
Ken, hold on. It sounds so. It sounded to me like you said they're going to run her for president.
That's exactly what I said.
What?
They're looking at her and Kamala Harris, actually, which I would think would be an amazing ticket for them.
You got it.
They should do that.
Do it.
They should do it.
Ding it.
So I guess my point for saying that, Vic, is that right now in her bubble, she is getting more popular, much more popular. She's a Democrat socialist. She's backing Mamdani, who's an Islamist. She's doing al-Sayed. She's all about him. I mean, she is really creating her own path. Is it the best path for America, though? See, this is what I think is really interesting. She's building this and getting more popular within her party, but what's going to happen when she becomes the person that's running for president or vice president in a national election?
Right. All right, let's go back to the president.
We can't because we have to go to number 20. It's August of 2024. I want to mention something about that. And the reason why I bring this up is because we keep forgetting what happened.
So just a short little trip from
we have to
2022 to 2024.
Yes.
Should be a very short little trip. Oh,
there it is.
That was quick. That's like the Metro liner, the Amtrak Metro liner. Okay. August 2024, Fox News reporting that President Biden's family was found to have received more than $27 million for an individual. Oh, you're supposed to be reading this. This is your
gig here. You go.
And here they are now.
You go, girl.
Good, thanks.
I obtained a copy of this 292-page report from House Republicans. They're on the House Oversight, Judiciary, and Ways and Means committees, and they've been leading this impeachment inquiry against President Biden for months. So they said their investigation found that President Biden engaged in impeachable conduct and said he abused his office and, quote, defrauded the United States to enrich his family. Republicans revealed that since 2014, the Biden family and its associates received more than $27 million from foreign individuals and entities. They also found that while Biden was serving as vice president, the Biden family got more than $8 million in loans from Democratic benefactors, and they say those loans have not been repaid. So this report says, in part, quote, as vice president, President Biden actively participated in a conspiracy by, among other things, attending dinners with his family's foreign business partners and speaking to them by phone, often when being placed on speakerphone by Hunter Biden. Republicans are calling out a 2014 dinner that Hunter Biden and his father attended with a Russian oligarch.
Is that Catherine Herridge?
I'm not sure. I didn't really get that far in it.
I'm sorry.
But anyway, the 27 million. We forget. I don't understand how we forgot the Biden crime family. They scored 27 million from foreign sources, and then an additional 8 million from Democrat benefactors. Vic, that they were loans, bank loans. But they weren't. They said, you don't have to pay them back.
Really?
No big deal. Right. Where did our government, did our Republicans, did they forget that this is like, okay, let's see, 27 million, that's 35 million, 27. And so the Biden crime family got $35 million from different sources internationally and domestically, and no one's investigating them still. I mean, where'd it go, Vic? You remember that?
Yeah, I do.
I remember it was like yesterday.
Yeah.
I know we're in 2024.
Yeah.
But still, Vic, that was like, when I heard about that, I thought to myself, okay, they're done. They're cooked. If I were to receive $35 million, this is Fox News saying that they've confirmed it, it's breaking news, then I think that I would be in jail.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, I think that they wasted so much time going after Trump, right?
Right.
For crimes that they lifted from misdemeanor to felony just because it was Donald Trump. That they wasted so much time with that, they didn't really see what was really going on right over here, right?
Right.
Trump's over here getting being in court over and over again, and Joe Biden's over there, right here, doing all the stuff you're talking about.
So it sounds to me like you're saying it was kind of an Ed Stoit move.
It kind of was.
In other words, everything Democrats say, the opposite is true. In fact, when they were saying Donald Trump was doing these things that, took, for example, you said misdemeanors to felonies, they had to move them up so he could be damaged, he could be stained. They were actually doing it.
And they said that Mar-a-Lago was worth $18 million. Remember that?
I think it was 25. Give them a little credit.
Okay. They said $25 million. It's more like $1 billion, isn't it?
It's somewhere around there, yeah.
And we just let it happen. We just let it go. We didn't fight. We just let it go.
And that's my point of being in 2024 right now. Because we should be remembering this. We need to be like finding out, I guess contact our Congress people. Find out why isn't this being investigated anymore? Hey, DOJ. Hey, Kash Patel. What the hell? Right? And, hey, that could be a little, how Democrats love that thing.
Yeah.
We'll do a parade. And
Yep.
Kash Patel, what the hell?
What the hell?
And then
Kash
put a sign
Patel.
up saying, where's that money? Where's the money, Biden's? So Biden's have these homes. They have 3 different homes. They have, apparently $35 million somewhere. And you don't hear Hunter, crying about it. I'm sure he's living on one of the compounds. He's fine. He's probably doing all of his coke in one of the compounds. And
off some whore's ass.
Why not? Or off his niece's butt. Hey, I'm just telling you what people have confirmed.
Yuck. The difference between Joe Biden and Donald Trump, many differences. One being Joe Biden always went to Delaware, went on the beach, and sat in that chair and got a suntan, right?
Yeah.
Donald Trump can't sit still for that. He doesn't have 5 minutes to sit still. He's always doing something. He's up at 6 a.m. He's meeting this person, meeting the national champions, talking to congressmen. He doesn't have time for that crap.
No.
All right, get us back to the present here. Let's get the hell out of here, shall we? Thanks for putting Rat up there, by the way. I hope he's watching today so he can see himself up in lights.
So now we're back in the present, okay?
Yes, we are.
And you've got cut number 4 here. If we could play it really quick.
Yeah, man.
This has
You're the
to
boss.
do with the Ugandan mayor, Zoran Mamdani. Right. Okay? They need money now. He's begging for money. Even though all these different programs that he claims that he's going to do, he's going to push, he's actually going to the state for more money.
New York City faces a budget crisis of a historic magnitude. We inherited a deficit larger than any since the Great Recession. Years of mismanagement and chronic underbudgeting, alongside a structural imbalance between what New York City sends to the state and what we receive in return, have taken a toll. We cannot close this deficit with savings alone. We need new revenue, and we need a structural reset in our relationship with the state. That is the only way to meet our legal obligation to pass a balanced budget, and to do so without imposing a financial burden onto the backs of working people. I'm glad to partner with Speaker Menon as we call upon Albany and deliver a balanced budget. Together, we are extending the executive budget deadline from this coming Friday until May 12th, because a crisis of this scale cannot be solved without state action.
So what he's doing is saying, hey, Albany, we need more money. I'm not going to get rid of any of the programs I said I promised. But we need more money now. And what he's doing, he's forcing their hand, Vic. He's saying, hey, I'm still getting these. I want more money. no matter what. That's what socialists do. He said they inherited this deficit. They did not.
Right.
That's been documented. They did not inherit.
Right.
He did not inherit a deficit.
And I also think that his plan is not working. So now he's got to go be a crybaby and go get money from the state. When
Exactly.
What happened to your? Have you seen the inside of any of those grocery stores? There's nothing on the shelves.
I don't think that any are built yet. You're talking about grocery stores from other that have tried it in other places.
No, I'm talking about New York's grocery stores.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about that yet because I thought that they proposed a $30 million grocery store.
Maybe you're right. I don't know. But I saw a grocery store, and the story was Mondami's thing, so maybe they're just comparing it. There's nothing on the shelves. I mean, are they stupid?
What they're trying to do is take these stores, for example, and give a 30% discount for many, many items. I think that's what we're talking about. And when you do that, what are you doing? You're putting other grocery stores out of business.
Yeah. Not to mention, if you don't work and you go to these grocery stores and you take all the money, take all the groceries, the people who work 9 to 5.
Yeah.
By the time they get out of work, all the food is gone.
And that's not
What
an
the
exaggeration,
hell?
Vic.
Right.
That's true. But think about that for a second. Grocery stores apparently what their margin of profit is like pennies per item. That's it. So if you discount these items he's talking about, there are like 1,000 items that he's going to discount 30%.
Mm-hmm.
That's all the profit that these grocery stores that make are losing.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
I can't talk about this guy anymore. I can't.
You can't, Vic.
All right, well. Can we do one more ZZ Top before the hour's out? We got time for one more?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Next time around.
All right.
Coming up next. Sorry, Ken, I lost my place here. I know you're all shocked to hear that. I got a lot on my mind, okay? I do, don't I, Ken?
You do.
You know the circumstances beyond my control that have overwhelmed me. Oh, we got nothing planned. Okay. Whatever you want to do is next.
Stream the Vic Porcelli Show at NewstalkSTL. The Vic Porcelli Show.
As President Lincoln said,
what, do you have a cough due to cold?
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's NewstalkSTL.
Thanks for taking my call.
News, analysis, opinion.
Radio news junkie. Love every bit about it.
NewstalkSTL.
Hey, Jamie Ullman here for Window World. Did you know that Window World offers a lifetime warranty that covers all parts, glass breakage, and labor? They are one of the only 2 replacement windows with the Good Housekeeping seal of approval. Window World St. Louis has been owned and operated by a group of born and raised St. Louis residents for more than 23 years. And now Window World is offering 36 months, same as cash financing with approved credit. Call them today. 800-GET-WINDOWS for a free in-home, no-pressure estimate. That's Window World at 800-GET-WINDOWS.
Dude, this house is perfect. Crumbs everywhere, sticky counters. I've already texted the colonies.
Sweet. I'll bring my 500 cousins. This'll be the biggest ant rager of the summer.
Let's party! Wait, what's that sound? Oh, no, it's those trucks with the green wheels. Party's over, man. Party's over.
This is Derek, the owner of All Solutions Pest Control. We'd love to help you out. Give us a call today for a free estimate at 636-486-7888.
If a pest-free home is your goal, call All Solutions Pest Control.
Your trees do a lot for you. Shade, beauty, curb appeal, but are they safe? Clever Tree Service has been protecting St. Louis homes and landscapes for over 20 years. Pruning, trimming, removal, stump grinding, even 24/7 emergency storm service. Fully insured, eco-friendly, and always focused on you. From Kirkwood to Chesterfield, Webster Groves to Wildwood, your neighbors trust Clever Tree Service. Visit clevertreeservice.com for your free quote today.
Number 1 for live and local conservative talk.
I just would like to get your comments on that. I'm so glad that you're on the radio, and I want to thank you for that.
I'll tell you why.
101.9 and 94.1.
I love these people.
St. Louis is number 1 for conservative talk.
News Talk STL. Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. The Vic Porcelli Show.
But they're really criticizing science because I represent science.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
And now an excerpt from Promise Me America by Joe Biden.
You know, there's that great philosopher, and he talked about Jill puts notes up on my mirror when she wants me to, where I shave, to get messages across to me. And what presidents say matter.
Who was the great philosopher he was talking about?
Not sure. He never really went into that.
And did that philosopher, that famous old Greek philosopher, have a mirror to shave in?
I'm not sure. I'm just so glad that we got the inside scoop on the video or audio version of his new book coming out in November.
Yeah. What's it called? Forget About Me, America?
No, it's Promise Me America.
Promise Me America. The autobiography of Joe Biden.
Get ready because it's going to sell out.
Get ready, pal.
Quick. Get ready, Bal.
Bal. Get ready, Bal. Can I just say something? It's got nothing to do with Joe Biden, but something I just thought of when he talked about the great philosopher that told him to shave better or something. What did people do, Ken, before? Are we in the present, or did we do any time travel here? Are we good?
No, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, what did we do before Google? Go to the library?
I remember what I did before Google.
Oh, what did you do?
Well, KPCR in Bowling Green when I had to be Kenny Williams and I was doing the country western show.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I didn't have the access, and I did not personally like old country. Okay. But I did it like I loved it. But I had to have the information of the artist. So what I did, I carried a briefcase with this. I had subscriptions, Vic, of 5 different country music magazines.
Wow.
And I labeled them. You know the tape you can buy that you can label it?
Masking tape.
Well, pretty much that, yeah. And I would put that on individual pages on these magazines. And every time the artist came up, I would refer to them. And I did a little different piece of them every time. I sounded like I really knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
But that's before Google.
Yeah,
I couldn't. Now, man, now if I needed it, all I would have to do is just search, and it's there in my hands instantly.
That's my point, that it was before Google.
Correct.
Right? So what did people do before there was any way to remove hair from the human body? I mean, anywhere. Nothing. No way to. Nothing.
Right.
Right. Try to envision a civilization of people before there was any way to get rid of any kind of hair on your body.
I picture cave people.
What they look like, right? And guys had beards, probably tripped over them. The beards were so long, right? What else could you think? Right?
Maybe.
The women.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, armpit hair hanging down to their waist, probably.
You
right?
don't like armpit hair.
I don't.
Yeah, I bet you don't.
I think armpits need to be nice and smooth.
Okay.
Yes. But you know how, like, women sometimes, I don't know any women like this, by the way. I don't know one. My wife is not this person. They get like little mustache hair, little hair under the nose.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Could you imagine back then? Can you imagine Italian women back then?
Oh, no.
Their mustaches look like Mario. Hey,
Mario.
let's procreate. Come on, let's go to bed. Let's make a baby. And the guy's like, no. Not that he didn't stink either. And imagine how they smelled.
Well, I just don't want to.
But Ken, they did it for us. They
Yeah.
procreated as ugly and hairy, as smelly as they both were.
Okay.
They procreated for us.
Right, right.
Am I right or not?
No, you're right.
How did we get here?
I have no idea.
My fault, I'm sure. Anyway, do you want to hear Undersecretary of War? Is that what you want to hear?
Yeah, Mike Duffy.
We would always like to have more weapons than we have right now, which is why we're so focused on engaging with our industrial partners. All right, play it, and I want to say something about building weapons and ammunition and stuff.
Well, we would always like to have more weapons than we have right now, which is why we are so focused on engaging with our industrial partners, entering these deals, and ensuring that we ramp the production of these key missiles as quickly as possible. We're making up for lost time. The Biden administration did not deliver. They did not focus on developing the industrial base that we need in order to ensure that we have munitions for the foreseeable future. President Trump and Secretary Hegseth are delivering.
Did you want me to go first?
You're my guest.
Thanks, Vic. The lift that President Trump and the Trump administration has to change the trajectory of where America was for just 4 years, and even the 8 years under Obama, is incredible. In other words, you just don't say, okay, we need more bombs, so let's just make them, and they come out. They just come spitting them out. You've got to. It's a process that takes time. And over the 4 years of Biden, just for example, they didn't do all that. They didn't even think about, we need a backup, a reserve of all of our ammunition. They really didn't pay any attention to that. Not only that, but manufacturing at the same time. Vic, that's what President Trump and the Trump administration is doing right now. They're building manufacturing plants. They're actually doing it, but it takes time. And a lot of times in America, these people that go, well, I'm just tired of waiting. Well, guess what? If you don't wait, if you don't give yourself a little time, you're going to put Democrats back in office and you'll never get these things.
All right, so let me say a couple of things about that. First of all, as far as manufacturing and stuff goes, I think we should be constantly making weapons and ammunition.
Agreed.
Constantly.
No matter who's in office.
Or wartime or peacetime.
So do you think it should take legislation to make that happen? No matter what president's in, if they say, well, we're not going to do any more bombs. Sorry, pal, but this is America, and we're going to be having to fill the pipeline.
I want to make sure I understand your question. You're saying should there be legislation that we constantly make ammunition and planes and things? Is that what you're asking?
Making sure the pipeline's always full.
Why do we need legislation for that? Just do it.
Well, because look what happened 4 years for 4 years during Biden. They didn't do it. They said, no, we're not going to put our money toward that. We're putting our money toward solar energy and windmill technology.
You're right. Okay, you're right. So, that's the first part of what I have to say. The other thing I have to say is the media should not be telling the world how much ammunition we have.
That's, yeah.
What in the actual...
AF.
Are you kidding me? Do they know that they have televisions in all these enemy states that,
I think they
hate us?
I think they do. I think they know.
Well, guess what? Now they know that we're out of ammunition, if we are.
We're not.
I know.
Because
But
Pete Hegseth said
they think we are because of the media.
Yes.
The media can say, Donald Trump let us run out of munitions and we're still trying to...
The focus of this undersecretary's conversation was, here's the relationship we're developing more with our American manufacturers. In other words, we don't have to go get the small diodes and different parts from overseas anymore.
Yes.
We're building the manufacturing here in America, which we haven't been doing for a long time.
And that's jobs. So when you're a Democrat,
jobs, yes.
When you're the president and you're a Democrat and you say, no, don't, because look at all those jobs that you're throwing away then.
Yeah.
Right? Good
Correct.
paying union jobs.
Right.
And the pipeline's got good paying union jobs. We're going to close it because climate change.
And then go learn to code. And then coding, AI takes over, and now coding is...
Right. Boy, Ken, what a great point. Let me be the look to the future guy, and if you can't be working in a coal mine, learn how to code. Yeah, that's the future. Yeah, tell them, learn how to code. And then 2 years later, coding is nothing. A monkey could do it now.
Yeah. The good thing about my daughter, for example, she learned most all coding languages. When she went into Missouri S&T originally, she was a coding person. She was going to build websites and whatever. And then her junior year hit and AI came out, and they said, listen, you've got to pivot. And she went to cybersecurity, which was great.
This is Abadou we're talking about?
Yeah,
okay.
And I think what's cool about it is that now she knows all those languages. So when they talk with her and say, okay, based on this particular language, whatever it might be, C++, Cobra, whatever it is, then she can at least understand what they're saying. And I love that. But man, there were a lot of kids. There were a lot of people that were stuck. They'd gone 4 years. The year that AI came out, they were going to school for 4 years under one thing that it's non-existent anymore.
So Abby, when did she learn how to drive race cars to drive at the racetrack?
She doesn't.
Wait, what?
No, she's not there.
Huh.
No.
You said Worldwide Technology?
Yeah, but
isn't that a racetrack?
No, they sponsor it.
I don't want to tell that story again.
No,
I'm
no.
too stupid. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Oh, I'm sorry. Was there something else you wanted to hear?
Nope, that's it.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Listen to the hi-hat.
I love it.
So cool,
Tight
right?
as can be.
Yeah. The great Frank Beard. The only one without one. He's steady. He was steady like Charlie Watts.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He might not have been a Neil Peart crazy drummer.
And Vic's talking about the drummer for ZZ Top.
I'm sorry, Frank Beard.
Yeah.
The only one without one. He died. And now the guy you're hearing singing, Billy Gibbons, is the only one left. Makes me sad. Frank Beard played drums for ZZ Top for 56 years.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, chat box is next. Stick around. Play that loud, Kenny. Come on.
Watch us on our live stream using Rumble, Facebook, and Twitter. Vic and Ken. Vic can make oleo. Ken can't pronounce oleo. The Vic Porcelli Show on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
Woosh, woosh.
Colombo and Company.
A lot of the local political chatter is starting to focus on Amendment 3 as we approach the midterms. We'll dig into it Wednesday with Missouri political insider Rodney Boyd. Plus, we'll have some fun and open Closest Cabin.
Live and local weekdays at 2 on News Talk STL.
If you're considering an annuity as part of your retirement plan, we need to talk. Hi, I'm Bob Stockdale, Senior Vice President Investments with the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel and host of On the Money Saturday mornings at 9 on News Talk STL 1019. Annuities can be a useful tool for some retirement investors, but not all annuities are created equal. Every week, we meet clients who own complex annuities that don't suit their needs and, in some cases, actively undermine their retirement plan. Before you purchase an annuity, get a second opinion from the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel. Requesting a consultation is free of charge. To request a free consultation, contact us at clearpathinvesting.com. That's clearpathinvesting.com, or call us at 636-695-2650. That's clearpathinvesting.com or 636-695-2650. Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member NYSE and SIPC.
Are you really set up for the future? I mean, buying a home, putting money away for your kids' college, thinking about retirement. Are you dialed in, or are you just kind of hoping it all works out? That's where Royal Banks of Missouri comes in. They'll actually sit down with you and build a real savings plan that fits your life, not some cookie-cutter approach. Whether it's roundup savings, money market accounts, or IRAs, they've got the tools. Most importantly, they've got the people to help you use them the right way. And if you run a business, this is big. Their treasury management team helps you stay on top of cash flow, cut down on fraud risk, and simplify your operations so you can focus on growing your business instead of chasing down numbers all day. That's the difference. Local bankers who actually know you and care about your success. Give them a call today, 314-212-1500, or visit royalbanksofmo.com to learn more. Royal Banks of Missouri, investing in our communities one client at a time. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019.
Hi, this is Jamie List from The Gutfeld Show, and you are listening to Vic and Ken on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
Thank you, Jamie. Tomorrow at 10:25, Porcelli's Deli will be all about ZZ Top, because we just lost Frank Beard, their drummer, yesterday. Dusty Hill died a few years ago. And this is like, they don't seem that old to me for some reason, you know?
And they were very impactful in the music scene.
God, yes. Daryl Hall, who I think you like, right?
Oh,
you like Hall.
Yeah.
He has this, I should send you the links. They have videos called At Daryl's House or In Daryl's Garage or something like that.
Okay.
And all these musicians come, not at the same time, but
I've heard of this, yeah.
And Billy Gibbons did LaGrange with Daryl Hall.
That's great.
In his garage, Ken.
Wow.
It's awesome. All right. Stop screwing around.
All right.
Let's go. I think we're going to start with Facebook today.
Yeah.
You don't like it? File a grievance. Good morning, Vichead Patriots. Woosh from Bill Harrison.
Woosh.
I guess
Woosh.
he means. Yes, that's what he means. Barbara says, "Woosh, woosh, my vote. Don't vote to destroy America." Woosh, woosh.
Hey, woosh.
Oh,
how you doing?
Hey, wow! Look at all the stuff you're getting, Barbara. Tom says, "Good morning, everyone." Grant Yankee says, "Happy double whoosh, moist."
We squeeze in a dry hump day under partly sunny skies.
Why?
It's very moist.
Hump day, you bunch of Vic heads. Whoosh, whoosh.
Whoosh, whoosh.
Good morning, you deplorable Vichead Patriots. Oh, on this beautiful. Oh, that's you.
Hi. Good night, everybody.
That's right. Scotty Downey, good morning, gents. Hold on. I hit something, so hang on. Good morning, gents and fellow Vic heads. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe. Thank you, Army Chief.
Thank you, Navy Chief.
Hooyah, Navy.
Good morning.
Hooyah,
Sorry.
Navy.
You got to give me a signal if it's one or three.
Hooyah, Navy.
It's funnier when you interrupt it.
I know. Gene Paradore says, good morning. Good morning, the greatest show on earth. Wow.
Who's Gene Paradore?
That's,
Gene?
No.
No.
Not Gene the
Oh,
Dancing
okay.
Machine.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Remember, him and his wife both listen, and they waited months to tell me, hey, it's not the way we say our last name, but
that's
it's kind
right.
of cool. I make everything sound Italian. That's what I do.
Right.
I can't help myself. But Gene the Dancing Machine is in the box a little bit later.
Okay.
Wasn't Amazon looking for like $3 billion in tax breaks to build that headquarters? I don't know the details.
Okay, I know where they're going with that, and we don't know. We'll never know because they didn't build it.
And regardless, it's jobs.
It's jobs.
Ton of jobs.
Yeah, many.
What do we think about corporations in our area getting tax breaks on this? I'll tell you what. Why don't you listen Friday to David Stokes, and he'll tell you.
Exactly right.
He doesn't.
We tell you every week what our stance is on it.
Yeah. Michael Burton's in the chat box. I want to read him because I want to ask him a question that's got nothing to do with what he's saying. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. He says, hey, Jared Kushner got $2 billion from the Saudis. How about that?
How about that?
Then Trump gave the Saudis a sweetheart deal. That's staggering corruption. No, it's not.
Huh.
New York State depends on New York City to survive, just like Missouri depends on St. Louis to survive. Wow, we're screwed if we depend upon St. Louis to survive.
No kidding, man.
All he's wanting is the revenue that New York City taxpayers are putting into the system to come back to New York City.
No, that's not the way it works.
What do you think? He's benevolent? So,
Yeah.
Michael Burton, I have a question for you. When were you in a production, or did you meet Tom Aldrich? Because this was too late for a chat box one day. He said, yeah, I was with or met or was in a play with Tom Aldrich, who played Carmela's father in The Sopranos, which is cool. But I'm surprised Michael didn't say the original narrator in Into the Woods on Broadway. Why didn't you say that, Michael?
I don't know.
By the way, your buddy Vic played the narrator, too, in Into the Woods, twice.
Wow, okay.
Once I was just a narrator, and another time I was a narrator and the mysterious man. Boy, that was fun. Good morning, Patriots. That's PMS. Wait a minute. We got a problem here. PMS says good morning. Under that says Ed Stoid, who thought he was first, I guess.
Wow.
So there's a little inter-union problems there. He also says it's hump day. Good morning, Patriots. Deuce for M Gulch, you're actually third, and PMS, you're taking away your own win. You were first. I love that it's like this thing to get in first into the chat. I think it's so cool. Good.
Here's an idea.
Why don't you give me half the money you were going to bet? Then we'll go out back, I'll kick you in the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
Sounds like even
That'll
to
work
me.
it out.
By the way, I fit blackjack. Good morning, all freedom-fighting patriot Vic heads. It's Double Woosh Wednesday. Woosh, woosh, my brothers and sisters. That's the
Woosh,
Duke.
woosh.
Before I forget, the Facebook chat box is the movie Human Centipede.
Oh.
Of chat boxes.
Have you ever seen the movie?
Yeah. No. Yes.
I don't even
no.
want to. Okay.
Don't. No.
Thank you.
Thank you. Whoosh, whoosh, my brothers and sisters from PMS.
Whoosh,
Thank you.
whoosh.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. No fair election.
No peace.
No fair tariffs.
No peace.
No fair chat box.
No peace.
President Vinman who? Donald John Grover Cleveland Trump. Good morning to you beautiful, mega, ultra-patriotic, deplorable, garbage, degenerate, freedom-fighting, God-fearing, Vic head. Weirdos whoosh!
Whoosh, whoosh.
Hey!
Hey!
Good to see you.
Hey, it's good to see you.
If only kids If only kids would be taught that the Dems were and are for all the wrong side of life, like slavery, and then maybe minds will be on the knowledge of rightness and say, this is what I fear, okay? I fear 50 years from now, that couldn't even be a notion. They'll probably arrest you just for thinking that the Democrats started all the racism in this country.
I think it happened around somewhere in the 90s when we, as conservatives, said, no, go ahead. You take schools and take culture. We're good, but it's okay. That was the biggest mistake I think we made.
Okay. Gene, Dancing Machines.
It's Gene, the dancing machine.
We have to get the message of anti-communism to the skulls full of mush, low-information voters, as Rush would say. I think if Rush were alive, too, he would also say, Hakeem Jeffries.
Oh, absolutely.
And Gene also says, hey there, just punching in from Council Groves Lake in Kansas. Wow.
Why, he's all over the place.
Thank you, Jim. We appreciate you. Our PMS even said, hey, it's Gene. Duke, that's the issue. If it's the teachers, the Federation of Teachers, not a union, the indoctrination centers, colleges, and they pay for the indoctrination. Criminal.
And let's remind everybody that the unions never speak about the children. They always speak about the teachers only.
Oh, my God. When at speeches?
Every time.
Randy Weingarten never mentions the kids.
Never.
Just the collective bargaining agreement with the teachers.
The power, the control.
Dadgummit.
I need a little help with this one, Ken. Ed Stoid says, Vic, it sounds like you were in one of those TV commercials at the doctor's. Do you mean the guy who's holding the class for people who grow up to be their parents? Is that what he's talking about? Have you ever seen those?
Oh, those are great.
There's one in the dentist office. I don't know if that's what he's talking
Is
about.
that Geico or Progressive
It's
Insurance?
Progressive.
Okay.
It's Progressive. One day I put on Facebook, I said, hey, I want to take a guess on something here. I'm not sure, all right? Just want to take a wild stab, but I'm pretty sure, just guessing now, that Liberty Mutual customizes your insurance so you only pay for what you need. That line is in every single Liberty. That's the only reason I did it, just for fun.
Right.
And everybody was like, ha, yeah, funny thing. And then, you want to know the truth? Ed Stoit said, it's all fake. It's not real. It's not good. So I replied to him, ladies and gentlemen, Buzz Killington.
Buzz Killington.
He laughed. Duke says a community organizer is a fake so-called job.
Yeah.
They are a lazy lunatic, which is controlled by the liberals. A bozo was the first brought out by the Democrat. Oh, Obama. Sorry. All these nicknames for Obama. I got to keep them clear.
Well, Barry Soetoro, Barack Hussein Obama, he's a creation of the left. That's all he is. And they say, hey, let's give him that community organizer spot. Let him sit there and simmer for a little bit while we figure out what we're going to do with him.
Where's Bill Ayers? Is he around? Go in there with Barry.
Help him.
Figure out how to bomb buildings. PMS says, let me be clear. The Democrats are full of bull butter. Now they're trying to convince people that they weren't against defunding the police and opening borders.
Yes.
What? I never said defund the police. What are you talking about?
That's crazy talk.
The left continues to try and convince people by rewriting history and the facts of what their party did and continue to do so. Unfortunately, it's mostly working in the schools. I hate correcting my kids' friends when they say some outlandish stuff that's not remotely true. And to their astonishment, we have to get the message of anti-communism. Oh, I just did that one. Even FDR said there should be no government unions. Communists are creating curriculum that creates useful idiots for the state. Vic, thanks for covering the CNN reporter disrespectful. That's what I referenced yesterday. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I just never understood the government union thing. I could never quantify that. It's not equal. It doesn't work the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, I would be a bit of a hypocrite because when I was at the post office, that was a union gig.
I know, but it just doesn't make sense, Vic, because if you don't agree with policies of your government, you vote them out.
Right.
You know, I mean, you don't need a bargaining agreement with a union.
I don't know why the unions don't vote out their presidents, like the UAW president, Sean Fain. When did decorum become a thing in the past with reporters? Boy, I'll tell you what. The 10th Amendment indicates education should not be run by federal government. It should be state and or local control. Or the smartest lady on your block. Send all the kids to her. Everyone gets my respect until they earn my disrespect. Then I have an obligation to forgive them and pray for them. I no longer have to keep them in my sphere. Bye-bye. You're a better man than I. I hate people. So you got to prove to me that you're not a dick.
Yeah, it's a sad state of affairs, though, but there are people in my life, there are family members that I've had to eliminate from my circle, my sphere, as they put it, because it's true.
Yes.
All they'll do is tear you down.
Right.
What are you going to do?
Right. Frank Beard never got noticed for his great drum work. He'll be missed. All we have left is Billy Gibbons, and he's still going. God bless Billy Gibbons. Every GOP commercial should be just that the Democrats are hypocrites and the founders of racism in this country. Mazie Hirono is probably the most uneducated representative going in any hearing. She's actually a senator that she's a part of. She's clueless on whatever topic the hearing is about. Just like me, just like the so-called hack Alugi. In other words, Hakeem Jeffries.
You better watch how you talk when you talk about me.
Is trying to denounce woke one now. What's with this woke one stuff? They admitted that it's woke.
Okay, so what they're going to do and try and now woke 2's better. Woke 2's like socialism 2. They're all good. It's just our brand. It's our brand now.
That's the key right there.
Right.
Instead of saying they're all good, say, okay, I know we messed up.
Right.
On this woke thing,
but
that's woke one.
No, we've improved it. They're just like bringing socialism and communism to this country. No, I know around the world it never worked, but we've got a really cool plan, and we're going to make it happen.
Senator Hirono from Hawaii brings up something about sex whenever she gets to talk. Maybe she had less of it. So weird. And who says it's woke one now again? Hypocrisy at its finest. Barack Hussein Obama brought back racism just when it was waning and we were doing okay. Duke. Oh, PMS talking to Duke. She's weird and only reads statements about letting people answer her baseless claims. She cuts off everyone. She's terrible. Mazie Hirono we're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
That's when it started up again. It's a page out of the playbook to divide people. A house divided will fail, and Barry knew that. The Democracy Party will continue with black people support because I have known a lot of racist black people, and they admit they are. Hey, left turds, don't like a constitutional republic? Then leave. We don't want you, and we don't accept your crap anymore. History has shown the communists and Islamic fought together and won. Then the Islamic people killed the communists.
This is taking forever.
PMS, correct. He brought the Sololinsky playbook. Vic, Testy, Ken, Testier. Hug it out, guys. Did we argue today about something?
Maybe. It's always fun for us.
Yeah. How Antifa is teaming up with the Islamists in Dearborn to help them fend off the Christian pro-American protests and then armed this time. Things are officially getting a little chippy. Timmy! That's what it says.
You know that new sound you're looking for?
Well, listen to this.
It's sunny and 75 out here in purplish St. Charles County. Good morning, you deplorable Vic Head Patriots on this double Woosh Wednesday.
I don't like how somebody just said that. Who was that? Said St. Charles is purple?
Purplish.
Yeah, that sounds to me like that's a change from it being a red area.
It's not a lib saying it.
Huh.
It's my man PMS.
Oh, wow.
You want to fight it out with PMS?
Well, no, it just concerns me when people say stuff like that.
Because they're concerned, I think, that it's not big solid red anymore.
I guess calling it out like that is like we talk about all the time. So it's good that they do.
Right. Good morning, the Kenny Williams. Every day is a gift, my brother. Another day to fight, another good fight. Allison's in the chat box. Good morning. Love you. Allison, what's up? Where's Cinderfer been? She'd been kidnapped by the Grands again. How do you know I didn't kidnap her? How you doing, Cinderfer? Sun breaking through here in Illinois. Mike, no, Ken. No. Thanks for having the... Wait, do we go to 50? Nope. Now, thanks for... Record point on there this morning.
Hey, we'll see you, everybody.
Analysis, opinion.
Hamas appears ready, or at least willing, to lay down their arms.
America's stockpile of missile defense interceptors is shrinking.
101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
Public schools, like public libraries, should be free and open to all. Open enrollment allows parents to choose the school that's the best fit for their children. Maybe another school has a wider curriculum, is bigger or smaller. Maybe a kid is being bullied and would be more comfortable at another school. 75% of parents favor open enrollment. Open enrollment programs now exist in 43 states, and Missouri should join them. Our next-door neighbor, Kansas, has one of the strongest open enrollment policies in the nation. Kansas parents are trusted with choices and options, while Missouri parents must move out of their home to change public schools. And it's a trend. Nationwide, the percentage of students going to their chosen public school has steadily increased. Assigning kids to schools based on their zip code is the old way. Open enrollment is a better way. Learn more at showmeinstitute.org. The Show Me Minute has been brought to you by Show Me Institute and Show Me Opportunity.
Connor Roofing. You can count on Connor. Connor Roofing is now a two-time winner of the National Best of the